Hello everyone and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? Hope you are doing fantastic. Hello Neon. Welcome on in. What do you mean, Neon? Why do you have to start with that? What did I do this time, Neon? I haven't done anything. I just started the stream. Neon. What did I do to deserve that? How are you doing, Neon? It's good to see you. Hello, Ice. Hello, Gare. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for the Mumbo and Random Koyuki. How is everyone doing today? I have returned. I have returned from my little mini vacation. Got to see my aunt, uncle, and cousin. Got to see George Washington's mansion and his tomb, which is kind of cool. Pretty educational. Learned a lot of stuff. A lot of interesting things about the man who was our first presidente. It was fun, but I'm back. Just spent a lot of money because Cyber Monday. I don't know. It's fine, but I'm having a good time. But today we are getting back into the streaming, and we are going to be playing more Cabin Fever. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to finish today. I think we are. I don't know. It looks like it's a pretty short game, so we might finish today or next week. And I want to look at some other playthroughs to see if there's any other endings. Because if there's multiple endings, I'm not going to do them all. But if like I get like if I get an ending that I'm just not satisfied with, I'm going to find a guide, and we're just going to follow the guide like I did with Hush Hush, which honestly was really helpful. Oh, thank you for the flowers, Gare. I appreciate them. They are beautiful. So are cute. Where do those come from? Oh, a Twitch one. The squish. Those are cute. From Squishy Bunny. Who's Squishy Bunny? Oh, they're all... Oh, those are cute. I like them. I like them. Very cool. They're poisonous. Be careful. Oh, no. No. What do you mean? I've already ate them. I've already ate all the flowers. How dare. Alrighty. So, yes. Today we're playing Cabin Fever. We're gonna get back in. See if this girl actually has the disease. Who knows? Maybe I had the disease the whole time. We'll never know. But we're gonna get cozy. We're going to get comfy and pray to God that we don't die. And then Wednesday, I don't think there's anything happening in Blue Archive. I'm pretty sure, like, the event's ending. I need to check the roadmap, but I'm pretty sure, if anything, there's a rerun event. So we're going to play a different game, a game that I saw randomly. I'm gonna have, you know what? No, I'm gonna surprise you. I'm gonna surprise you what it is. But it's gonna be my first ever IRL stream. Definitely. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm not baiting you at all. But yes. So look forward to that. I think it's gonna be kind of funny. It's gonna be funny. You'll see. And then I'm not sure. I was going to stream this Saturday. But I think I don't know if I can. I might be busy. I need to reach out to some people. I think I'm busy. I'm not sure. If that is the case, I'll probably stream on Friday. And I want to build a Lego set. I gotta build the train. I was gonna build it on Saturday, but I might have to build it on Friday. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys up to date. It'll be fun. Not the immersion, yeah. You'll see, you'll see. The immersion won't be broken. I assure you the immersion won't be broken. But it'll be funny. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do want you to get your hopes up. Maybe I want you to really think everything is changing. I don't know. You'll never know. You'll have to be here on Wednesday to find out. But that's the plan. Hopefully. I will say coming soon, like, let's see, my first one is the 21st. I am going to be starting, I think I talk about it every now and then, but I help run. Oh, hey Odie, how are you doing? What have I walked into? I'm just yapping about the plans for the week and everything else. There we go. Good nappy. Thank you for the shout out. Okay. Yeah, how are you doing? How was your stream? How was the art? I see you did not end up playing the rhythm game. I see you just did art, but I hope the art went well. Drawing myself, I don't like what? No. Yes. What's good? I'm happy to hear that. That's Wednesday. Ah, okay. Good, good, good. I'm excited for Wednesday. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited to see where that story goes. Impromptu Saturday. Ooh, okay, okay. Fun. Fun. I'm genuinely excited to see that game. That was so silly. That was so goofy. I can't wait to see what on earth they do with that. That was just so high effort. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. If you want to know what we're talking about, follow Odie. I'm pretty sure everyone follows Odie. Maybe Gare doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, follow Odie and watch her stream on Wednesday. It's gonna be hilarious. Or it might be beautiful. Or maybe both. Maybe it could be both. But yes. So real quick, I help, as I was saying before, I've talked about it a little. I'm not going to get too into details, but I help run a bunch of robotics competitions across the state. They're little high school robotics competitions. I help run them across the state, and have one in a couple of weeks, and then I have a few weeks off. And I have to run one, or at least I have to be at one. I don't run all of them, but I have to be at one basically every single weekend until like February. And then I have one in March, and then I have one in no, just one in March, and then I'm done. So I'm gonna be super duper uber busy. So mostly pretty much every weekend. So Saturday streams are going to be a little bit of a rare commodity. Because of this, I might either stream on Sundays if I feel up to it, or Fridays if I'm really feeling crazy, depending on when they are, because they're all day events and they're, you know, hours away, so they usually take up my whole weekend. So I can't do all of them. I can't stream most of the time. These are like whole weekend excursions of like all day. So it's really fun, but it does take up most of my time. So I'm just saying that because my Saturday streams are about to become a lot less frequent, but we do it for the kids. It is fun. I enjoy it. And yeah. So just letting y'all know, the Saturdays are going to be getting less and less, at least for a little bit, and then come February I'll be back on it again. So that means, I don't know, I think I have a break in there. I was really excuse me, I was really hoping on like maybe debuting in January. I don't know if that's going to be possible, so we shall see how that all goes. Maybe I'll just never debut. Maybe it'll never happen, but it's gonna happen eventually. But yeah, because I was thinking about, honestly, I wanted to like finish everything up before all of this, But then I would be debuting and then disappearing for like months. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait till it's done. Maybe I can squeeze it in the middle there. So we'll see. But shouldn't be on during winter break. That's where you're wrong. There are one on both weekends. The beginning and the end both have competitions. We have a ton of qualifiers, although I think we switched how we do it. I think we do region based or league based. So, but yeah, we have one on both weekends. I gotta ask. I'm concerned, but go ahead. Never had a comp on winter break. What have they done? Well, you see, Odie, what they've done is grown to an insane amount of size. An insane size. Like, there are so, granted, I'm talking FTC. For those of you who don't know, Odie and I did first robotics in high school, so she knows what I'm talking about. But to anyone who doesn't, it's like 3 levels of high school robotic. Well, it starts out in elementary and goes up to high school, and there's 3 different levels. So I do the middle one, and yeah, that's just what we're talking about. It's really fun, but it's mostly run by obviously adults and college kids, so I help run it. Do you understood the meme I sent on Odie's Discord? What, that the figure looked like Odie? I figured it looked like it looked like Odie, and so I was like, it's an Odie figure because it looked like Odie. I mean, I'm assuming it was probably Miku, but a very desaturated Miku. And if you're wondering, I guess that means Odie looks like a desaturated Miku, I guess. I don't mean that as, I mean that as a compliment. No. And I have no idea, Neon. I have no idea what you were doing. I just saw cute figure and I was like, cute figure. Oh, it's Odie. Must be an Odie figure. That was the whole thing. That was my process. And then I clicked start stream. Or at least I opened my stream. I'm somewhat educated. My school only did robotics during high school times. Yeah. The younger ones, like elementary ones, they use the Lego, now they use the Spike Prime, but they use a Lego robotics software. And it's like a little one. But then the high schoolers use the bigger full metal stuff. But it's really fun. Do I have to go look at this now? Okay, let me go look at it. The memes. What are you saying? Oh, I see it. You see, I didn't see. I thought that was like a all right, in my defense, I looked at that picture for about 2 seconds. I was like, oh, green hair, kind of looks like Odie, kind of cute. Odie figure, moving on with my day. I was unaware. Odie, I don't think you do the devil's lettuce. Oh, if you go ice in Odie's server, Neon posted a picture, and I didn't realize what she was holding. See, I honestly thought it was some kind of like some stick or whatever. I don't know. It looks like a magical girl outfit. She has a pillow. She has some kind of magic wand. I'm telling you, I looked at the picture for 2 seconds. I was like, cool, moving on. And I guess I should have investigated it a little bit more. No idea what it is. It is the devil's lettuce, rolled up for consumption, let's say. I mean, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. Like, go to the sea. See, right? It looks like a little piping bag. It looks, at first, if you just like glance at it for 2 seconds, you're like, okay, it's just part of the figure. What? In all seriousness, What is supposed to be there? Because like, oh no, is that just her holding? Okay, it looks like it's like meant for like it looks like her arm is supposed to be holding on to something, but I guess her hand is just wiping her eye or something. All right, but also the real most important question: who actually is it? Who is that figure supposed to? Is that supposed to be Miku? I don't think it is. Or is that just some generic green anime girl? Because I have no idea who that is. What do I put here? Okay. The devil's a vegetarian? Yes. Apparently the devil's a vegetarian. Oh man. Well, that was funny. I'm glad I figured it out. Odie, I didn't mean anything by that because I didn't know what was in the picture. You are a, I don't think I can recover from this. Right. I'm just gonna move on. I want to play the video game now. I'm gonna play a video game. Ah, calming, relaxing guitar. I'm so happy to be back here. It is Hatsune Miku. Okay, the Sleeping Beauty figure. Oh, that's cute. It is a cute figure. Very cute. Speaking of figures, real quick, if you want to pick up some incredibly stupidly cheap figures, check out Good Smile right now. They had like figures that were on sale for like $4. I was like, wait, what? It's insane. None of the characters that I really enjoy are on there. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get any, but if you really want some, there's a couple hours left. Go check out goodsmile.us right now. They're having a stupidly crazy sale. They're like half off on some figures. There was like a 4th scale character that was like normally 600 that they're selling for 300. I was like, excuse me? So crazy sales over there if you really want like a Nendroid or pop-up parades or stuff like the I don't think I saw any Figmas, but I saw pop-up parades. I saw just, you know, 6th scale, 4th scale Nendroids. I saw Nendroid dolls. Tons of stuff. So if you're looking for figures, today's the day to do that. There's a ton of Rem figures, which I was kind of excited for because I like Rem. Don't have any figures of her, but I didn't really like any of the ones that they've done. I wouldn't be surprised if Rem from ReZero was like the most figured character. Like I feel like there are the most figures of Rem. Because every time you type in like just anime figure or you look at any kind of figure website, she's always there. I feel like she has the most figures made of her. Is that a stat you can look up? Which, yeah, and some cool plushies too. Which anime character has the most aura? No. No, Google. I'm not looking for which anime character has the most aura. Do not fill that in. Just anime figures, which character is the most popular? Oh, okay. Miku. Duh. Miku has the most. Miku has the most figures. That makes sense. Let's see. Been curious, I would expect. Oh no, your phone died. All you missed, Odie, was I didn't know what that figure was holding in her hand. I thought it was a stick. I thought it was a magical girl staff. So no, I do not think I do not think any differently of you. I was being very innocent. I look at faces, not the props they hold. So, yeah. So, Goku? All right, well, this article was 5 years ago, and they said Goku was #1 at the time. And Miku has probably beaten Goku at this point. Looks like Goku. Cool. I'm still thinking Miku. Let's see what Reddit has to say. What is Reddit thing? NSFW. It's not. It's a list of stats. Why does Reddit have that marked as The question is anime figures. Which character is the most popular? And then Reddit was like, this is marked not safe for work. It's just a list of characters. It is Miku. It's Miku, Saber. I don't know half of these characters, to be honest. The red hair Asuna is up there. Another girl I don't know. A girl from Chainsaw Man? A railgun girl. Ray. Wow, Rem is only number 10 according to this list. Interesting. You got Ibuki, not Tonga, the other Ibuki. A guy from Attack on Titan. And then you got the blonde twins from Miku. Rounding out the bottom. Oh my god, they like have like pie charts. Why was this marked not safe for work? Oh, because of the swimsuit. Okay, I scrolled. This is like a doctoral thesis. I'm like, there's like pie charts, graphs, and like years and everything. Got references of the different kinds of models and plushie. This is like a really well written piece of literature here. Oh my god, that's hilarious. We're just sitting on this cabin fever. Apparently they're not siblings? Oh. Are they just... I guess people are passionate about statistics. Yeah, this guy is. And I love it. That's really cool. Using the definition of side character or main character. All right, main characters take up about 3/4. Interesting. Oh my god, Hatsune Miku has it destroyed. Asuka and Rei are like around 800 figures. And Miku is at 1,200. This was 4 years ago, by the way. Jesus, man. Rate of figure per year, Miku is at almost like 85%. The next highest person is like 30. Okay, so yeah, Miku is 100%. I don't even see Goku on this list, so whoever said that definitely just lied. Yeah, so Miku is definitely the biggest, and Rem is not even close. Maybe I just noticed all the Rem figures because I like Rem, so I kept looking at her. Miku will always sell. Or maybe they're not putting Miku on sale because they don't need to put her on sale. Maybe seeing all the Rem figures on sale, it just means that nobody cares about her anymore. Which honestly, I think that's fair. I think they've tortured us enough with Rem. People are moving on. Most male character figure, perhaps? Maybe. I wonder what the highest... Yeah, they say 85% of the figures are female. Specifically the racing Miku. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, out of the top 10 figures, none of them are males. I think it looks like top 13 is some guy from Attack on Titan. I haven't seen Attack on Titan, so I don't really know who he is. Oh, is it Eren Yeager? Is that the guy I'm thinking of? Eren Yeager. No, not him. But he is an Attack on Titan. Levi? Mambo. Hey, boys. Yeah, Levi. Hello, boys. How are you doing? We're just yapping about. I don't even know what I'm yapping about anymore. How are you doing? Why can't I tab you in? What the heck? Alright, I don't know why I couldn't tab you in, but there we go. How are you doing, voice? It's been a while. Playing Shadowverse. Ooh, how was the Shadowverse? Aaron's the main character. Okay. We need an E2 figure? Nah. I bet money at least 20% of League are in maid outfits. You mean Butler? You mean Butler, right? You mean Butler, right? You just made me Google Levi maid outfit. I hope you're proud of yourself. Maybe I should type in figure so I stop seeing all this art. Is that like something he actually shows up in? Like there's a there's an Nendroid. There's a Nendroid of him in a maid outfit with cat ears. I feel like what they did was they just got a maid Nendroid and they just swapped the head. Yeah, because there's a schoolgirl one. Okay, yeah, no, that's not an official Nendroid. It's like there's no way that's an official Nendroid. All right, the official Nendroid, yeah, he's in like a maid or like a cleaning outfit, but not a maid outfit. Okay, I see. My God, somebody put Levi's Nendroid head on Rem's maid body. I hate that Nendroids are hot swappable. Oh man, you know, voice, about that torment, I tried for about 40 minutes or whatever. I did 2 full raid attempts on Insane and I beat Insane, and then I looked at the guide for Torment and I was like, I totally could have done Torment, but I had already wasted my tickets. And I was like, oh my God, I could have done Torment. I could have so easily done Torment. It would have been probably just as hard as Insane. And I was like, man, I could have done it. And I wasted my tickets. Because I was like, I mean, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to do Torment. And then I watched the guide and I was like, oh, I could have done it. That would have been so easy. Well, not easy, but it would have been possible. So there's always next time. There's always next time, I guess. Next time I'll do Torment. He just likes cleaning. Okay, cool. That's fun. I don't know. I feel like I should watch Attack on Titan, but also I don't really want to. I'm sure it's cinema, but I also don't want to do that. It seems like a lot of work. Also, I feel like it's pretty dark, and I'm kind of swearing off dark things. Weird E2 doesn't have an Nendroid. I do not. But honestly, I feel like there's enough parts out there of just Nendroid things. You could probably make your own Nendroid. You could probably make Nendroid stuff. I guess you can't make like custom. Maybe I should look into making a. I wonder if you could make a 3D printed. It wouldn't look the same. It wouldn't feel the same because it's like a rubbery plastic thingy. But it'd be kind of cool if you could make 3D printed. You can order blanks. Ooh. Then I just have to be good at painting. Thank you for the random Koyuki. Stopped at season 1? Well, I stopped at season 0. I stopped at season oh, I already ruined the joke. Stopped at season none because I haven't watched it. Then I ruined it because I stuttered. I do want to go out and buy some like Nendroid hands and Nendroid faces. I think that'd be fun. What would a Nendroid of you and Nappy look like? Actually, I feel like I didn't do this on purpose, but I feel like my current PNG model. I mean, I guess my PNG model would work, but I feel like me and Nappy are kind of the perfect fodder for a Nendroid. Because my new and improved one. Because it's like, it's not just the standard guy in a suit. It's a little bit extra, but it's not too excessive. And then I feel like Nappy would very well... Nappy's design lends very, very nicely to a little wooden guy. Like this without the blanket. Yeah. Although I will say Nappy has changed. That is, actually no. Let me do this in character. I'm working on retrofitting Nappy. I'm working on improving his body right now. I'm tinkering away. I just pretend to be in character for once. Oh man, yeah, but no, Nappy is getting an overhaul. I love this Nappy, but I really like the new Nappy. In fact, you probably can... I'm pretty sure I'm using the new Nappy in the server, so... You just gotta... There's a reason to join the server. You can see my new Nappy. Nappy 2. Yeah, that's us. Sleeping together. It does mean I need to remake that one. Need to remake that emote. Need to remake all the emotes. Or pay a friend to do them. Maybe. Giving him amnesia. No. He keeps the same brain. You swap over the module. It's fine. He'll remember. He remembers everything. He remembers everything. Yes. Okay. Anesthesia. Not amnesia. Oh! Where is it? I have it here. There we go. Oh, but you can't see it because the white of the background. There we go. Close enough. I guess it wasn't really a joke. It was just me being stupid. I just can't read. I knew it would come in handy. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's okay. I'm also not procrastinating, so it's okay. I give the mumbo. No, I am giving him... He doesn't need anesthesia. He doesn't have any pain receptors. He does have emotions, though. So he can feel emotional pain. That being said, I did not program that into him. It's just a side effect of consciousness. I actually do, like, it's kind of cool, the little mini rant about Star Wars, about why, like, certain robots, like R2 and BD1, have, like, quirky personalities, and, like, a lot of droids don't. It's because of, like, memory wipes. And so the idea is that, like, in Star Wars, you're supposed to wipe the droid's memory, like, a bunch, like a couple times per month or whatever, and that keeps them being efficient. But the idea is that if you don't do that, they just gain so much knowledge just from, like, being alive that they just get personalities. And I just, like, that's such a cool thing. So it's like R2 never been, I don't think he's ever been brainwashed, or like he's never had his circuits reset. Pretty much any droid with personality has just never had their mind wiped, and it's kind of cool that that's like a thing. Maybe feeling physical pain. No, try not to disappoint. No, I know that. I don't have any pain receptors in there. It's okay. Realistic drawing looks like a comic book character. Hey, well, as long as it looks good, that's all that matters. Yes, I want to see that too. I'll have to watch your stream, or just wait for you to show us. He's a strong boy. He is a strong boy. Alrighty. Should we begin the game? Well, not begin, but continue. Last we left off. What were we doing? We met Mallory. Oh yeah, let me set the scene. The year is 2020. The world has been struck by a deadly pandemic. Not COVID-19, but Vivid 22, I think, or Vivid 19. A very different virus, not the same, not similar at all. And we live in a cabin out in the woods, self-sufficient. We make everything ourselves. We have chickens. I don't know, man. We live alone because we're self-isolating, and because of all the online everything, we, a programmer, have made billions, probably more like millions, but billions of dollars making online software for the government, for private enterprises. So that's why we have a lot of money. Anyway, we run into Mallory, and now she's hanging out with us. And that's all we need to know. It's a ranting over. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Are you still playing Stella Sora? I uninstalled it last night. I have not opened the game in 2 months. I don't think I'm going to. I really enjoyed it, but I really don't like. I still can't get over those stupid prices and the gacha rates. And then also, I was like, even if they did fix it, I don't think I like the game enough. Like, it's a good game, but it's not like I love this game. I'm like, yeah, it's a good game. Like, I feel like if it was like the normal standard rates that every other gacha game is, I probably would have kept playing it for about a month, because I think it's pretty fun. But I was like, man, it's not that good where I'm like, I need to keep playing. So I did bite the bullet and uninstall. So I also uninstalled Duet, because that's just another one. I might actually go back to Duet, to be fair. I'm probably not going to stream it again, but I might go back to Duet. But I don't have the time to do that right now. But it was pretty fun. All right, let's continue chapter 5. Click. I love the click sound effects. The click sound effects are like in every single Sad Panda game. Crush, crush, hush, hush, blush, blush, cabin fever. They all have the same UI sound effects, and I kind of like the consistency. It's really cool. They don't need to do that, but they do. What are your favorite games personally? Well, definitely, obviously, Blue Archive. That's definitely at least my favorite gacha game. I don't know if it's my favorite game of all time. The Jedi series is definitely up there. Third trilogy pending. I'm assuming it's still going to be peak cinema, but so far those are my top 2 favorite games. Well, no, probably Jedi Survivor is probably way more fun than Jedi Fallen Order, but I still like it. But together they're really good. Yes, Cal Kestis, the second hottest Jedi. Change my mind. Just kidding, don't. That's when you switch the what else? I can't think of any other games. Portal is definitely a top tier game for me. I love them, all of the games. I feel like if I mention Portal, whenever I say I like Portal, I am talking about 3 games. I am talking about Portal 2, and a mod, Portal Stories Mel, which I consider Portal 3, and I feel like most people consider it Portal 3. I would consider all mods, but not all mods are that great. Some are pretty boring. But those 3, when I say Portal is my favorite game, I consider those 3 Portal. 2 games and a mod. It's like a complete, beautiful picture. And to me, I think it's perfect, those three. I can't even think what other games. Oh, Mario Galaxy. Probably Galaxy 2. I don't know. Once again, you got to combine them. Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Definitely top tier. Professor Layton in the... Actually, I would say, because like Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box, and that would be probably my favorite, but that one's probably my favorite due to nostalgia. When I played it on stream, I don't know if anyone remembers, but during that final credits scene, I was just sobbing. It was like probably the only good sobbing I've ever had on stream. I was just sitting there crying. I mean, it's an incredible game. Professor Layton Diabolical Box. It's an incredible game. I don't know if it's the best Professor Layton game. I feel like the best has to be the crossover. I mean, we're about to see where the next trilogy takes us, but I feel like that crossover was probably the best Professor Layton game. I actually don't know if it's the best Phoenix Wright game, but it's definitely the Professor Layton game. But Diabolical Box is probably my favorite. You saw the video of the Froggy boss? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. Actually, another sob moment. I don't know if I told you about the so when they had the Galaxy Direct. No, I think it was just the normal Direct, but they had like that whole front-loaded section of Galaxy where they were talking about the new games and the remaster and the movie. I was watching that on my lunch break during work. I saw it and I was like, "Oh my god, Galaxy?" Yes. And then I closed it and I was like, I'm going to watch this on my lunch break so I can watch uninterrupted. And all that was there was the teaser trailer, not the actual like trailer that came out a month ago. Which is incredible. I never talked about that, but that's so cool. I'm so excited for all the tiny little references that we're getting. It's going to be incredible. But I was like, no way, that's the tree. That's the tree. Like they played the music and I was like, oh man, this is good. And then they were showing I was like freaking out because like it's not just Galaxy 2, it's or Mario 2, it's Mario Galaxy movie. I was like, that's so awesome. I love it. And then they were talking about the not the remaster, but the port of Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. And dude, I was just sitting there in the break room alone, just watching it. It was just like the trailer for the game. Like nothing really changed. It's the same game, but they're bringing it back to Switch 2 and I guess the original Switch. And I'm just sitting here in the break room just crying. I'm like, man, I have to go back to work after this. The Galaxy games are like have a super special place in my heart, for real. Those actually, yeah. I'll have to say Galaxy and Galaxy 2 are probably my favorite games of all time. That's probably what I have to do. Coworkers walking, you good? I held it in pretty well, or I kept it together pretty well, but I was like, oh my god. I told my mom later, I was like, Mom, I was crying at work today because of this video game. Oh yeah, that yeah. I'm glad we talked that out. Galaxy is definitely my favorite video game of all time. I probably would have to say Galaxy 2, but because I think when the first time I ever played Galaxy, I was at my cousin's house and we were there for a weekend, and me and my brother played Galaxy. We just played the first world or terrace. And to me, I was like, okay, because I was like, what, 10 maybe even younger than that. And I was like, okay, that took us like a weekend, so there's probably not too much left in the game. So I was like, all right, so I basically beat the game. I just didn't, I assume we beat Bowser and the game ends. So little did I know, I had like barely started the game. I was like maybe 10% of the way through the game, but I was like, I finished the game. So I asked my mom for Galaxy 2 for Christmas, and I 100%ed Galaxy 2. like over the course of like a couple months, right? Or however long it takes to play, right? And then I was like, you know, I should probably go back and fully finish Galaxy because I never have. And then I was like, oh my God, I was not even close. But then I beat Galaxy. So to me, Galaxy 2 has a lot more like importance because it was the first one that I think it was my first game I like fully 100%ed ever. So there's a new one like recently. Hold on, are we gonna watch this right now? No way. Is there a new thing that just came out? Also, we have our first ad break of the night. First ad break of the night, and I haven't even read a single line. Who am I? Maria Tual? Maria Latte? I'm gonna jump off stream. Wait, no, what if you want to watch it together? Oh, you don't want to watch it at all. Oh, you want to watch the movie completely fresh. Oh, okay, hold on. Then if that's the case, I'm not gonna watch it. I want to watch the trailer. Wait, no, the one that came out, 5 days ago? Oh, so you mean the one that came out 2 weeks ago? Yeah, no, I've seen that one. It's so good. It's so good. Watch more Ant War videos. All right, then somebody faking. Nice, we love seeing that. Yeah, so the one that came out 2 weeks ago, I've already seen. So I'm not gonna... You just don't want to see any of them? Because that's fair. If that's the case, then I will not watch it on stream. Because I was like, no, if you're just waiting to watch it, like, I'll totally watch it right now. Gladly. But no, I've already seen it. But man, all right. Then in that case, I'm kind of glad I didn't go into depth. Because I was going to talk about some of the references, but I will refrain. But I will say there's so many insane things about that trailer. I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. I loved the first Mario movie. All right, I'm going to read this so I can get some kind of music because I feel like sitting here in silence is kind of going insane. I decided I must have needed the extra sleep. I knew stress could drain the body's energy, and yeah, I'd been stressed over the past couple of days. But the house smelled amazing again, and my stomach clenched and unclenched in hunger. There was nothing, absolutely nothing to be unhappy about. I got out of bed, got dressed, and made my way down to the creaky staircase. Something struck me as I reached the bottom step. The chairs were tucked in at the table, and the blankets were neatly folded on the couch. And I was pretty sure the floor had been swept again. Did I miss a line? History. Swept again, and it all made me feel so much calmer than usual. I never knew how much my home's cleanliness could affect my mood. That's true. Very true. Clean house, clean room does make you feel better. I know it's a lot of work. It really isn't. But it's a lot of work. But it does make you feel better.
Morning, sleepyhead. Your breakfast is waiting.
Can we have music, please? I turned around. Mallory was standing extremely close to me. Thought about stepping back, but then I forgot because her cheeks were flushing red, and I was pretty sure mine were too. Good morning to you. First things first, though. I went to grab the temperature scanner and held it up between us.
Oh, right, of course.
Dude, it's been like 2 weeks. It's been like 3 days. It's fine. She lifted her hair out of the way and let me scan her forehead. Scanner beeped happily. Somehow, I felt even more relieved than the other times I checked and found her temperature normal. Mallory danced away from me, then spun back around. Is there like no music? Or am I going insane? Config. I have music. Suddenly, there was a large plate of food under my nose. I grinned.
It isn't much, but I thought it would be good to have
Bro, what happened to the music?
Since we both worked so hard yesterday.
Take the bug. All right, welcome back from ads, everybody. I was just getting through to get to the music, but there's no music. So all you missed was we got up out of bed and now Mallory's giving us food. This looks like a crazy breakfast, by the way. Also, pancakes with this? Rice, lettuce, broccoli, pancakes, strawberries, egg, avocado. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my gosh. That's so many crazy flavors. I don't know. The broccoli is kind of a crazy thing, but egg rice. Okay, that's like fried rice with like peppers and onions and stuff. That would be good. With an egg on it, yes. Avocados I could see. Honestly, I think you just get rid of the pancakes. Maybe the broccoli. I think the broccoli might be fine. I think you just get rid of the pancakes here. You got yourself a good thing. Or just have the pancakes. This is such a crazy... You know what, though? We are living in a pandemic. We are living in like an apocalyptic pandemic. I kind of forgot that that's a thing. We're just kind of eating what we have. So I kind of take all that back. The plate held a rainbow of foods. Sliced red strawberries on a tower of golden pancakes drizzled with amber syrup, a stir fry of rice with orange and yellow peppers, surrounded by fresh, crisp, glistening greens, and a perfect soft-boiled egg. I love soft-boiled eggs. They're so good. I know people they just like hard-boiled eggs. I don't know why. I like the yolkiness. I like yolk. It's so good, man. It's like cheesy. It's incredible. Her mouth waters. She's certainly come a long way.
I did use the last of the eggs in your fridge to make this. I hope
There
that's
has to
okay.
be music.
I went out to check.
There's no way we have no
none.
music for this point. I had already grabbed... Alright, I'm just gonna like quickly skip ahead. Can I use the
What makes you say no?
There's no music. Back to the menu.
Morning.
Where's the music? Wait, can I just click skip? Read the spam. Okay, the music comes back. What? Why is there like no music for so long? What? So okay, this morning just has no music. Okay, we're just gonna click through this then. Where was I? Our superior. Yes, I must find a way to drive home. You must drive home. We'll have a good drive home, I believe. Don't die. Be safe. All right, I guess we'll just power through this. Actually, you know, can I do I got some music for us. All right, here we go. I'll get us some music. We have an ad first, so. Oh, wait, never mind. We have this. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold. Oh my god, it's taking so long to load. There we go. We'll rock the Kevin MacLeod until we get some music. There we go. All right, see, now I feel like I'm playing a visual novel though, right? This feels like, and honestly, I feel like this is a song you would have in a visual novel. So I think I'm nailing the vibes. This is like apocalyptic breakfast vibes. I feel like I nailed it. Don't mean to pat myself on the back. Watch out for black ice. Yeah, don't die. It is scary out there. All right. My mouth watered. She's certainly come a long way.
I did use the last of the eggs in your fridge to make this.
You know, it's...
I hope that's okay.
Maybe I
went out
turn
to
that
check the
down.
coop for more, but there were none.
There we go. Can we hear her voice? It's pretty good. I had already grabbed the plate and started eating. Through a mouthful of pancakes, I mumbled an incoherent reply to her and shook my head up and down. Sometimes it takes a day or two, but we'll have more eggs soon. She smiled at me and sat down across with me with her own plate. She ate her breakfast with far more elegance than I ate. After we finished breakfast, I gathered up my paltry first aid supplies so I could clean and rewrap Mallory's leg. My gaze landed on the box of disposable masks tucked at the back of the drawer. The ones I'd been wearing each day when medical care necessitated getting up close and personal with her. But not when we'd been working outside, or in the aquaponics room, or when she sat next to me on the couch while I played my video game. I slid the drawer shut, deciding not to bother with a mask. Yeah, at this point you've already cross-contaminated. It's fine. I mean, it may not be fine, but there's nothing you can do. The two of us chatted while I tended to her wound. So, I guess I worked you too hard yesterday, huh?
What makes you say that?
You fell asleep at like 7 o'clock at last night. Mallory flushed pink again. She didn't seem sure how to respond. It's okay. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. You learned a lot yesterday. Learning is hard work. I probably went a little overboard with the teaching.
No, but I enjoyed it so much.
It made me really happy to hear her say that. Sorry, I'm just working on some things. Okay, there we go. We're good. Once I finished fixing her bandages, I got up to peer outside. The sky above was blue, with the gray clouds gathering in the distance. I decided to check the forecast. I stood at my desk waiting for the computer to boot up and connect to the web. Once it did, a number of notifications popped up, chiming cheerily. I followed them to my email inbox and glanced through my unread messages. One work update, a couple of newsletters, and something from a coupon service I don't remember signing up for. And of course, a bunch of hogwash forwards from the many cures my doctor didn't want me to know about. Yeah, we're gonna read the spam. I clicked on one of the email forwards, smirking. Hey Mallory, have you heard about this one weird trick to remove viral toxins?
Removing them from where?
It doesn't actually say, but there's a grainy picture of someone laying in what looks like lasagna noodles across their stomach, so I'm assuming it's nothing to do with that. Ah, yes. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many of these I get. They're so stupid. I closed out the email and deleted it along with the others. I pulled up a weather forecast. Partly cloudy this morning, with a chance of scattered showers throughout the afternoon and overnight. And it looks like tomorrow's going to be raining all day. Felt like a bit of a chump panicking about the weather. I looked up at Mallory. Maybe there'll be enough water for a luxurious bath after all. She grimaced, then giggled. Hey, no worries. I should probably do a few things outside though. Get the basic chores done before the weather turns.
I'll help.
I wasn't sure I could tell she was... I could tell she was sore from yesterday, and I was worried about her leg. Also, why was she so insistent on doing so much? How about you just keep me company this time?
Oh, all right.
We headed outside. There we go. Finally, we got some music. Okay. Now we're back to classic. I mean, see, is this not the same vibe? I'm doing the wrong button. Okay, let's put it about there. I had the same exact vibe. I nailed that song choice. I'm so good at Kevin MacLeod songs. That's a lie. I know like 6 of them. We headed outside. The sunshine was strong, but there was a chill in the air that hadn't been present yesterday. Occasional clouds moved past the sun, casting cold shadows over the garden. Wrong button. Okay. A flock of geese passed over us, noisy and energized. They're flying south to escape the coming cold. They probably have their own tropical paradise somewhere, with their own beach houses, where they spend all winter sunbathing and drinking margaritas. Just kidding, geese don't do that stuff, but wouldn't it be nice to go on a vacation like that?
I don't know. I've never been on a vacation.
Oh, she's so loud. Oh, it's because I mess with the music. I frowned, pausing to bend and pull up a stray dandelion poking out of the grass. Maybe someday someone will figure out a way to stop the virus and you'll be able to go somewhere amazing.
Not by myself, I hope.
Oh, definitely not by yourself. Not her just casually asking us, but it's fine. We walked around the property, Mallory humming happily to herself while I puttered about, checking the well, making sure the hens were happy and fed, yanking more dandelions out of the ground when I saw them. Pretty soon, Mallory had grabbed a bucket and started pulling weeds too. It was like she couldn't help herself. I shook my head. That's probably enough hard labor for the day. Let's go in. I need to work on my computer.
Oh, not just yet. Please. I'd like to enjoy the fresh air a little while longer before the rain comes.
I mean, you could just stay outside. I feel like she has some kind of... she's definitely been, like, locked away inside for a long time. It's an Octo! Hello! How are you doing, Octo? It's alright, Mallory. When every day is a vacation, no day is a vacation. Yes, you get it. You just get it. Hold on, I'm pouring more tea. Oh, I didn't even say what kind of tea I have. I have an apple cinnamon tea. I don't know if I steeped it for long enough, but it is very tasty. Very tasty indeed. Ah, okay. If you're good, then I'm good. I reached down for another clump of weeds and felt my stomach flip when I saw a big black spider clinging to the leaves I pulled. I flicked my hand reflexively, which sent the weed and the creepy crawly flying across the garden. Yeah, stay alert for spiders.
Oh yes, I've already met a few of them. They're so helpful chasing off all the harmful bugs.
Okay, she's not afraid of spiders. Valid. Not afraid of spiders either. Of course, Mallory would treat spiders the same kind of adoration and any cuddly pet deserved. We continued pulling weeds together side by side, and I tried to keep the pace slow and casual. Despite that, and despite the heavy clouds moving in, we were both sweating pretty soon.
Phew, I am hot.
Yeah, I was working. Dude, it's crazy. I hate that working makes you so sweaty. I know that's like the most like the generic thing in the world. Generic take, I guess. I just hate that, man. Why couldn't we get more cold when we worked out? That'd be kind of impressive. That'd be cool. I'd like to try that. You have to work out to stay cool. It would make me want to work out more. At least in the winter. Or in the summer, I mean. Well, waiting for a work laptop to be started up. Ooh. Chilling in the meantime. How's the cabin fever? The cabin fever is fun. Like spiders too, as long as they're out of your bed sheets. Yes. You might like, actually, I don't know. It's like, there's this YouTube channel called Lucas the Spider that does these like, they're like kind of preschool stories, but they have like a really, really cute animated 3D spider because it's Lucas the Spider. And it's like, it started out as like this like 3D, like photorealistic, but like stylized, cute spider that just like talks and has like friends, whatever, and it's like voiced by like the animator's kid or something like that. But now it's turned into like this like mini series on YouTube, and it's really, really wholesome. Isn't it winter? It is winter. Peak workout out there. Yes, I did. I actually went for a run today, and it's like really cold and there's a ton of snow, so I need to get used to that now. I have to learn how to run in the cold weather. It'll be fine. I just have to make sure I have like earmuffs on or something because my ears get cold.
I almost want to take my sweater off.
She said this with a giggle, standing up straight to stretch her back and survey the neat-looking garden. I felt myself blush, embarrassed by the suggestion and the image my mind conjured up. Good. Gotta check those out. Yeah, it's cute. She being flirty? Try flirting back. You know what? You gotta shoot your shot. This is a dating sim, right? What's the point of a dating sim if you don't shoot your shot, right? Taking your sweater off won't change anything. All right, well, with lines like that, I don't... Was that flirting? Was that flirting? I don't, how is that... I think you just shot her down. That was just shooting her down. Like, I don't know. Flirting would be like, maybe there are other ways to cool off. I don't know. Like, don't say that. That would be stupid. But at least I feel like taking off your sweater won't change anything. That's just like, no, you're wrong. That's just shooting her down. That's not flirting back. I've been scammed. I've been scammed. I gave an exaggerated wink. That doesn't make it better. It's just like, that won't change anything. Okay. She blinked at me, and immediately I wished the ground would open up and swallow me whole. Okay, so was that supposed to be bad? Because that was pretty bad. It took her a moment to process the joke, but when it clicked, she burst out laughing. Her laugh made me laugh too. We were interrupted by Mallory's stomach decided to let out a high-pitched growl. She stopped laughing and clasped her hands to her stomach.
Sorry. My tummy must be hungry after all that work.
Yes. Mine's too. And I think I just felt a raindrop just now, which is probably our cue to head inside. You want to meet me in there? I'll pick some things to make a strawberry salad. Oh, strawberry salad sounds so good. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh. I would die for a strawberry salad, and I just had like pierogies and kielbasa. And I want more.
Wow, that sounds so delicious. I'll see you in a bit.
I grabbed a bucket off the porch and spent a few minutes in the garden. Oh my god, that rain is so loud. A few ingredients in the garden. A few raindrops pelted me here and there. Quickly, I hurried back inside, following Mallory's footsteps. Shoot your shot. Just make sure it's not a 100-pound tank round equivalent. Yeah, it was more like a Nerf bullet. That was like a Nerf bullet, pointed directly at my own head. By the time we finished eating lunch, the gray clouds had fully taken over the sky, and rain clung in oh my gosh, and rain clung in droplets to the cabin's windows. Well, if we get this as much rain as the forecast predicts, the rain barrels will sure be happy.
Those are the big containers on the side of the house.
Yeah, you're getting good at this. How are those collecting anything? They're closed. Those barrels are fully closed. It's probably the #1 most important system I have here. The water those 4 barrels can hold can last a long time, as long as I'm careful with it.
No luxurious baths. No water balloon fights either, I'm guessing. Just basic cleaning, cooking, and drinking, right?
Jeez, you make me sound like someone who doesn't know how to have fun. Well, I mean... how much water do you need to have fun? I could live without water fights. I think they're fun, depending on how hot it is outside. But I could live without them. You're pretty much right though, but you can't just drink the rainwater. It wouldn't be safe.
Oh?
The water picks up a lot of things before it makes way into the barrel. Okay, like I said, I guess I didn't mention this in the recap, but yeah, this game is very, very environmentalist. I did not expect this coming from the Sad Panda Studios, but this game is very educationally environmentalism. Like, you learn so much about the environment through this game, and that's not what I was expecting, but it's kind of cool. It's like a fun little side quest in this game to learn about the world. Pollution from the air, chemicals, dirt, bird droppings from the roof.
Ew.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So I add chemicals to the water and filter it to make it clean and safe. Granted, I probably could have guessed that. You shouldn't just drink rainwater. Well, it's probably not the worst, but you shouldn't. Yeah, taking mental notes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll have to show you how all the stuff works, cleaning the water and using the spigots. She turned her head and looked me right at the eyes.
You're really smart. I like hearing about all the systems.
I'm so smart. Here. Let's go. Finally, I'm smart. Do I have the... No, I got rid of that sound. Man. I got rid of it. Never mind. I had a sound effect queued up for when I'm smart, but I guess I got rid of it. Guys, I talked about I spent money. I spent too much money for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I bought a Stream Deck XL. Because a Stream Deck Plus is not enough. So I have a Stream Deck XL coming up, and I'm so excited to add a billion sound effects. I'm gonna become like an early 2000, no, late 90s radio person with all the sound effects I'm about to add. I'm obviously gonna use it for way more than sound effects, but I'm so pumped for that Stream Deck XL. Ooh, train whistle. Let's go. I feel like it doesn't come through. I need to reset this. Did that come through? I hope you enjoyed the train whistle if it came through. If not, I'll do it again. My cheeks burned under the shock of a beautiful gaze and the admiration I saw in her eyes. Yes, I am smart, finally. I nodded, not knowing what else to say. I nodded. Oh my god, yes! I am smart. After that conversation, I wanted to check on the solar batteries. They were full, which was good. The power they banked would last us a few days if necessary. The two of us settled down in the living room, and I worked at my computer while Mallory gently explored my things and eventually nestled into the couch with a book to flip through. It was oddly effortless. The silence and comfort that filled the room all through that afternoon. Gradually, the sky darkened, and so did the interior of the cabin. It was probably long past time for a break when Mallory closed her book and stood up, teetering just a little on her bad leg.
Can I make us some tea?
I got mine. Got my apple cinnamon, but I'd love another cup. I'll always say yes. I leaned back in my chair. I can do that. Although you can't hear it with the mic set up here. That sounds like a very good idea. Yes, please. She meandered in the kitchen and put on a kettle to boil. The second one seems to cancel out. Let's see. Let's do a toot. I usually do two toots. I don't know if it comes. I think I just have to blow really loud, or I just need to turn off my expander or my compressor. I think it's a compressor. I don't know. It might be the expander. I don't know. It's one of them. There's too many stupid filters. I stood up and went to the utility room so I could switch off the inverter. There likely wouldn't be any more sunlight for the next while, so I decided to reduce the load on the solar batteries and only run off a DC for the rest of the night. I heard something coming from the kitchen, like a small stifled cough. Stifled. I listened hard to see if it would come again, but it didn't. She's probably just clearing her throat. Oh my gosh, the copium. I came back out to the kitchen and took a seat at the table. Mallory brought over 2 steaming mugs and set them down.
Honey?
Honey? Oh! I was ready to dedicate my life. Ah, man, my mind was in a completely different headspace. I was ready to settle down. She was just asking for honey in my tea. Oh, man. It's so over. I see. I get it. You meant in the tea. Although, to be fair, I think that's the joke they're gonna make. So maybe I did the right thing. Yes, dear? We both froze. I felt my cheeks suddenly warm. Why did you say that? Screamed my brain. Wait, was that a joke on his part, or did he also subconsciously say that?
I meant honey for your tea?
That's when you say, I was playing a prank. It was clearly a joke. Yep, you did. I felt like such an idiot. The reply had flown out of my mouth before I had the chance to think about it. I mean, that means this guy has been he's been waiting. Okay, I said to myself, now salvage this. Me every time I say anything. Okay, now salvage this. And I was saying, yeah, I will have honey for my tea. And then I was rudely interrupted mid-thought by a deer that definitely exists and totally ran past the window. I'm gonna cry, man. This guy is great. Social experiment Mallory, yeah. Mallory laughed, but it was a you're cute kind of laugh, not an I'm laughing at you kind of laugh, so I felt better.
After bringing over the honey and some spoons, Mallory sat by me and picked up her mug. She took a drink and made a strange little noise in her throat.
Oh, I just burned my tongue.
Oh, well, seems like a you problem. I've never burned my mouth ever. Never done that in my life. Totally not. Yeah, that's why I always let mine cool down for a minute or two.
I couldn't do that. It smelled too delicious to wait.
I mean, you got to. Nobody drinks... Does anyone drink tea right out of the pot? Well, at least you have to let it steep first. There's at least that. I got up to pour her a glass of cold water. Here, this will help.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
I know. Sweet as honey. That was a good one. That was a good one. That's what we call a callback. After taking a few sips of water, she set her glass down and looked at me with a sad, soft smile.
So, why would someone as nice as you feel the need to set bear traps right in front of their home?
That is an incredibly good question. I've been meaning to ask this guy that, which I suppose would be myself. But why do we have bear traps in the yard? The question caught me by surprise. I didn't even know she was thinking about that. Of course, it seemed obvious now. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the reason why she's here, because you crushed her leg with a bear trap. She had acted far too chipper and unconcerned when the accident happened. She must have been holding back and was just now feeling safe enough to question why she'd been hurt in the first place. I nodded slowly. Well, I don't know who this nice person is you're talking about, but I can tell you why I have traps set up around my house. It's all because of Lola. Lola? We're dropping in person lore. I thought there were two people in this game, me and her.
Ooh, is that a stalker ex-girlfriend? Do you have to defend your property from a lot of girls?
Gosh, if you have to defend your property with bear traps, you might as well just move to a different country. Although I feel like if you need to resort to bear traps, you've probably already moved to a different country. Yeah, what is this bear? What does he have against bears? No, it's nothing like that. Pause to take a sip of tea, taking care to blow on it a few times before drinking. I can do that too. That's exactly how he sips. That's my canon sipping. For some reason, I couldn't quite look at Mallory. Though I could see from the corner of my eye that she was listening intently. Lola was my best friend. It's a dog. Okay. A pretty looking dog, though. I like the doggo. A cute doggo. Lola was my best friend. My beautiful Bernese mountain dog. She was the family pet, really. But me and her, we had a special bond. We really liked playing with bear traps. And she ran away one day. And so to honor her memory, I put bear traps out all over my house on the off chance that one day she'll come back and play with the bear traps again. I'm really interested to see how this turns into bear traps, but I'm willing to hear you out. After my parents passed away, Lola and I took care of each other. She was a hard worker. She was by my side, always finding little ways to help me out. Definitely would have loved her. She had one brown eye and one blue eye, and her heart was made of gold. Mallory nodded softly, wrapping her hands around her mug of tea. One fall evening, I was inside working on my computer, and Lola was outside, on the deck. Maria, do you realize we're talking about a dead dog right now? This is not the time for a Wheatley crab. We're talking about a dead dog. Thank you for the struts. Oh. What are you doing? How goes the Maria? Hello. We are playing the Cabin Fever, and right now we are telling Mallory why we have bear traps all around our apartment or cabin. And so, I don't know, somehow it has to do with our dog Lola. And I don't think it's going to be happy. How's the ya? I am pretty good. I'm having a good time. I pulled a U today. I talked for about an hour without actually reading any line of dialogue in the video game. Are you proud of me? Or should I be proud of, I don't know, but someone should be happy in this scenario because it happened. How are you doing? There's a pick out for redeem. Yeah, you are able to change the drip. It will be a little bit laggy for now because I'm probably going to replace my expressions with outfits instead. There's only the 3 right now. We have the sweater, the flannel, and the normal one. But yeah, feel free to use it. Although I probably should put a cooldown on it because I feel like someone could redeem it and then someone could redeem it right after you. So I might need to set a time limit on it eventually. But I assume not too many people would use it, so. But also set one just to be safe. Yeah. I'm glad you're proud of me. Alright, let's see why we have bear traps here. Thank you for the hydration, ice. One fall evening. Never mind, we're doing sit-ups. I came across really mean. Really angry. I just want to know why we have bear traps. We'll never know why we have bear traps. Alright, sit-ups first, I guess. Okay. Wow. Alright, let me try that again. Let me try that again. Hold on. Okay.
And since when did archaeology involve kidnapping young women?
3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Woo. All right, what do we got next? Well, you did a lot of redeeming. Oh, you have a train whistle. I'm gonna do that. I guess I have to do these in order. Squats then. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This isn't gonna work. 18, 19, 20. I'm just talking into the... I don't even know if that came through. I'm just talking into the train whistle. Did that work at all? Alright. Okay. There's some push-ups. I can't do these at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. What else we got? We got Nunya, Koyuki. Oh, and Mr. Layton. Oh, Mr. Layton. Okay. I also missed a Nunya. Okay. I did it. Also, now the Maria Latte hoodie has dirt. And it's all because Ice wanted to make me do some work.
Kidnapping young women?
Thank you for the Layton. So, I hope you're proud of yourself, Ice. Now the Maria Latte hoodie is dirty. How do you feel? How could you explain this to Maria? Also, congrats on that 5-watch streak. The streak. Oh god, I'm so tired. Okay. Woo! Alright, who actually did those? I didn't actually see. Okay, Ice redeemed them. And then... Alright. Wait, yeah, why are you guys blaming Maria? Ice redeemed. Why are you all blaming Maria? You guys... Why are you guys blaming Maria? Ice redeemed the workouts. Don't conspire against the cat girl. Oh man. You guys are silly. Yeah. The time zones are so hard. They really are. Wants to ban me. Well. Neon, you do kind of set yourself up for it sometimes, but you haven't been banned yet. You're doing good. Oh boy. It was me, definitely not me. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Ice. Totally wasn't. It was all Maria's fault, apparently. All right. Yeah, I want to learn about the bear traps. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub. I guess gift subs don't come through on my stream right now. That's annoying. Thank you for the gift, 2 eyes. Enjoy the emotes. I hope they are fun and cool. I gotta set that up. I don't know why gift sub no work. Can I just add Twitch? Let's see, add Twitch subscription, a gift subscription. Okay, now they should work. It was that easy. Yatta! What? Okay, I mean, it worked. It just gave the wrong number, but it's fine. Oh, because it's gift. Ah, I need to... You know what? It'll be fine. That's... You guys are going to deal with that. Also, thank you for the gift to Neon. Thank you, Moia. It was honestly kind of perfect timing, because as soon as I added that, as soon as I added the trigger, you immediately gifted. So it's like you tested it immediately. Maria, you're so nice. Ooh, I got this. I got this, Maria. Gracias por la suscripción de regalo would be thank you for the subscription of regalo. Let me just quickly Google regalo. 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 Gift. Thank you for the subscription of gifts. So the gift sub. I figured it out. Thank you for the fish. I don't think it's fish. What is fish? Isn't it fish in Spanish? Isn't it pez? Pez. Pez. You butcher it? I know, Neon. I know I can't. I don't have an accent. I don't have a Spanish accent. Pez.
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 Pez. Pez.
Pez.
Pez.
Pescado. Oh, I remember pescado. Isn't P more of a B? It's not pescado. Isn't it like pescado?
Pez.
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 I don't know why it is. I feel like it should be pescado, right? Okay, I want to learn about the bear trap. I want to learn about the bear traps. So it should be pass? No. Oh, no, about the BP. Okay, I see. One fall evening, I was inside working on the computer, and Lola was outside on the deck, just enjoying the cold. Bernese mountain dogs. Wait, enjoying the cold. Bernese mountain dogs are, as the name implies, mountain dogs. They're made to be out in the snow. She loved the snow. The deeper the better. But it hadn't snowed that year. Really gotta teach. Yeah, I really need to learn. I really gotta learn, Neon. I need help. Grassy Poreless description. Yes, Ice. Perfect description. A surge of emotion came over me. I had never told anyone the story before. I needed to pause to drink more tea. I can do that. Just adding some realism. I'm assuming that's how he sounded. I needed to pause to drink more tea to stop myself from caving to the sorrow. Lola started barking and I ignored her, because she was always barking at squirrels and birds and things. thinking she was protecting our territory. What a silly dog. My dog does that all the time. Layla will bark at anything and everything, but it's not because she's ferocious. It's because she's a scared little cat. She is so scared of everything and anything, but she looks really scary. Well, she's, you know, she barks really scary. She doesn't look that scary. She's like an Aussie mix. But yeah, she'll bark at everything. So many people are afraid of her, but it kind of is like the perfect guard dog, because like she'll scare off people who are afraid or slightly afraid of dogs because she'll just bark, but she's never actually gonna bite or attack them because she's scared. So it's not like we'll ever get like sued because she's too afraid to actually hurt someone, but she looks like she will. And obviously if we tell people like, hey, don't worry, she's fine, then they'll be like, oh, okay. So it's kind of the best you want in a guard dog, at least a modern day, like, you know, a little private home guard dog. But she's just a good dog regardless. This time it wasn't a squirrel or a bird. I actually don't even know for sure what it was, but the tracks I found later looked like they might have been come from a grizzly. Mallory gasped and held her hands up to her face. I felt like if I stopped, I wouldn't be able to start again, so I just kept going. It's a freedom! You've joined the sad part. We're talking about dead dog. Thank you for the mambo. Had an Alaskan Malamute named Tala. She was the same. That's cute. I love dogs. Mambo. When I realized how urgent her barking was, I ran outside, but she was already gone. That eerie silence is something I'll never forget. Mambo really does make everything better. Thank you, Mambo. Mambo. I searched for her all night and all next day, and I never found her. Just tracks and blood and fur. I don't know if a bear grabbed her and took her, or if she went chasing after it or what. I just know that I've never been so angry in my whole life. I was already dealing with the pain of losing my parents, and now Lola was gone too. After that, I pulled out all my family's old traps from the shed and set them up around the house. It was too little too late, but I needed to feel like I was doing something. It never occurred to me that a human might get hurt in one, and I'm really, really sorry that you did. Wait a minute, I just noticed, this is gonna totally ruin the moment, but that's just SpaceX launch in the background. Why does he have a framed painting of a SpaceX launch? I feel like I ruined the moment, but why are you framing a picture of SpaceX? I just noticed that. Oh, what the heck? I mean, I will admit, watching them land is incredible. It's so awesome. I don't think I'd frame a picture in an apocalypse. Oh, man. Oh, man, I feel like I ruined the moment, but God, that hit me so hard. I was like reading this and I was really feeling something, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that a SpaceX launch? And I'm like, these two thoughts, dead dog, SpaceX, they shouldn't go together. They shouldn't go together. They really shouldn't. What if Mallory equals doggo? You didn't see where the dog went. Yeah, what if Mallory ate the dog? Yeah. Yeah, no, forget reincarnation, Gare. What if Mallory ate the dog? Because she was so hungry and starving. Now that's some big brain. That's some big brain thinking. Oh, I gotta keep playing the game. Thank you for the Iori cry. I looked up to see Mallory nodding vigorously, wiping tears from her eyes.
I don't fault you at all for what happened to my leg. I was the one who trespassed in the dead of night.
Oh man, I don't know if bear traps are really the best idea. Yeah, that's true. She let out a short laugh through her tears, sniffling. I got out of my chair again to find her some tissues, and when I handed them to her, I found myself giving her narrow shoulder a squeeze.
I'm so sorry about Lola. That's a heartbreaking story.
Yeah, this hits. Man, this just makes me think about my dog going away, and man, I don't want to think about that. Ad break. No. Sorry I made you cry.
No, no, no. I'm glad you shared that with me.
Oh man, she's like sobbing. Oh man. For a moment, I wondered if this was it. The moment she would start open up and share a story with me, too. Why had she been outside my house in the middle of nowhere, in the rain at night all alone? Maybe I should encourage her. Okay, it's your turn. Yes, the angel wing clip has to mean something. Yeah, it definitely means something. They did say there is some kind of twist in the game. I don't know what it is, but there is some kind of secret. And I guess we may find out.
What for?
To tell me something about you. Something real, like maybe what brought you here. A look of discomfort crossed her face. She still didn't want to tell me. Well, we have another ad break coming up, our second one of the night. I hope the ads are fun and entertaining. And I shall see you in a little bit. I will catch you up with what Mallory did, or probably how she's just gonna push it off, to be honest. I don't think this is the time to tell us. You'd imagine if she was like, I was just so hungry and I came across this dog and I couldn't stop myself. And so I ate it. I didn't even cook the dog. I was so hungry. I just kept tearing the... It's really gross. I can't go that far. I got way too into that character. Or if you're not ready to talk about it, then maybe you can tell me something else. Think more light, please. I hardly know anything about you.
What do you want to know?
Ask her about her favorite memory, her hopes for the future. Let's talk about her memory. Let's see what she remembers. My god. Neon, you have so many dogs. You had so many dogs. That's so many. All the good puppies. Tell me something about how you grew up. A happy memory or a favorite memory. The right question. Ask Mallory about her favorite memory. Wait, that was the right? Okay. Well, the achievement just said the right choice. So I did something right. It hasn't said that for anything else, so I guess I've been picking the wrong choices. She pressed a finger to her lips, thinking hard.
My favorite memory? Building pillow forts with my sister. And playing make-believe that we were airship captains flying through the clouds. We lived at the top of the tallest building on our street, which is probably what inspired our game. I remember we had this old pair of binoculars. They weren't good or anything, but we used to look up at the night sky through them and pretend we were looking into other galaxies.
Man. Space is super cool. I can tell. I can tell. And you know how I can tell? Through subtle context clues. Like a framed painting of a SpaceX landing. Very subtle context clues. Man, I know I keep pointing it out. I just find that so hilarious. Like, it'd be different if it was a picture of the space shuttle. It's just the fact that it's SpaceX, you know? Or if it was like anything now, I don't know. It's just SpaceX. You know? There's just something about that. It's like, it's cool. I love it. I think it's awesome to follow SpaceX. I don't know if I'd frame a painting of SpaceX. Honestly, as much as I love, the shuttle is like my favorite space vehicle of all time. It's so awesome. I did like so many reports in high school on it when I had a choice. I don't even know. I have a $200 Lego space shuttle behind me right now. That's how much I love the space shuttle. Which I guess now, I was just gonna say I wouldn't frame a painting, but like I have a model of it. So I guess a model is probably more intense than a framed painting. No, I don't know. Cause a model is like, it's like something you work on, you know? It's not just like, I'm gonna frame a painting. It's like a model is like something physical, where a picture is like a memory. Unless this is like artwork, maybe it's a painting. If this was a painting of a SpaceX launch, I feel like that'd be worse. No, that'd be cooler. I don't know, man. I gotta stop talking about the SpaceX launch, guys. I gotta stop talking about this. I gotta move on. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. You just missed me talking about SpaceX. Space is cool. I approve. She giggled.
I always loved the night sky. All the stars and planets and satellites.
I returned. Welcome back, Odie. How was the drive home? Was it good? We just missed sad talk about dead dog. It was very sad, but now we know why bear traps were out there. Dog found bear. Dog did not win. Now we put up bear traps because we feel bad. Very sad. But now we're learning happy memory about Mallory. Mallory played pillow forts with her sister. And now we're talking about space.
We actually lived really close to the planetarium, and it was always my dream to go there and see a show.
Oh man, planetariums are so sick. If you have the chance to go to a planetarium, go. They're so cool.
But it got closed down when I was just a baby. My mom would always tell me that someday the planetarium would open again. And I just had to be patient.
Well, he's almost there. Keep being patient.
I guess I never really stopped waiting.
It'll open up. She gave me a sad smile. Hey, I think I've been to that planetarium. It would have been really small, so I don't remember a lot, but that's kind of cool, right? But you know, we could totally go stargazing here. In the mountains, there's nothing like it. I will say, I've done a fair amount of stargazing, and dude, if you get the right night sky, it's incredible. There's only 2 places. I don't know how many of you guys have ever gone stargazing, but like you can obviously see the stars, right? But due to light pollution, there's only so much you can see. There have been 2 places in my life. So like the Milky Way galaxy that we're in, it's like a disc, a flat disc with 2 arms that come out. And if the sky is dark enough, you can actually see one of the arms of the galaxy. It's so incredible. It's like a big cloud of dust that just goes across the sky. It's the most insane thing ever. Like you can see it in pictures. Like look up the Milky Way arm, you know, from the ground or whatever. But there's 2 places that I've been where I've been able to see, and there's a lot of places where you can see it. It's just light pollution levels, but there's only 2 places when and it's insane. Like seeing it so clearly. The pictures you see in like pictures, they're like a little bit edited to be a little brighter, but there's been some places where I see it like you don't even need your eyes to adjust. It's just that dark, but the sky lights up and it's like, oh, it is like, you need to see that at some point. It is a bucket list thing. Just be able to see a big cloud across. Yeah, it's so awesome. I love stargazing. It was so awesome. 10 out of 10. Would recommend looking up at the night sky. It's awesome. A Barracuda's Beverly. Oh no. This game, oh, voice crack. This game is definitely in a different universe. So I don't think Beverly exists, but oh my gosh, that would be crazy if it was Beverly. I don't think any of the Crush Crush girls are in this. I think this is very separated. Because in Crush Crush, Mallory hops into the Crush Crush universe, but she doesn't, like, Crush Crush doesn't exist. Actually, no. Crush Crush might exist as a mobile game in this universe, because I think our character was playing it, or at least he mentioned it. So I think Crush Crush is a game in this universe, a mobile game in this universe. So I think it is. I think it's here. I don't think Beverly is real, but she's technically might be in the game. Maybe Beverly is based on a true story. She looked away, cheeks flushing pink. She wiped away her eyes and shrugged.
Anyway, I should probably let you get back to work now.
The last thing I wanted to do was go back to work. Gave her a little poke, just for suggesting it.
Don't do that. I'm super ticklish.
Okay, way to just take us out of the mood, but okay. Oh, are you? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I poked her again, gently waggling my fingers. She twisted in her seat, laughing, her eyes lighting up. I guess we're giving up. All right, I'm glad that we've fully given up the social distancing. We're done with that. Her laugh was beautiful. She squealed and kicked her feet as I tickled her sides. A playful attempt at a retaliation sent her slipping off her chair, but I easily caught her, and suddenly it was like our arms were around each other. Oh, wow. We're going right in. We sat there on the floor, both of us laughing through our breathlessness. It was amazing, and then it was a little awkward. I withdrew my arms and got to my feet. I helped her up. We stood there for a moment, just looking at each other. I have an idea. Let me treat you to a special dinner tonight.
A special dinner? Ooh, and what would that be?
I mean, was that not just, you don't tickle a stranger or even a, well, I don't know. I want to put like friend boundaries on people. I wouldn't tickle a friend like that where you topple on top of each other. We're totally flirting, right? That was a flirty thing. You don't, I can't think of the last time that ever happened. Granted, I don't tickle a lot of people. I should probably say that. Does anyone actually tickle people like that? Unless you are like truly in the midst of like dating, you know, or marriage. Does anyone actually tickle? Unless you're like tickling like Gucci Gucci Goo, you know, like tickling a baby or whatever. Which I've done that to my niece. I tickle my niece because she's cute little laughs. But I don't think I've ever like tickled a same aged person. I feel like that's weird. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Give me a minute. I thought about what sort of meal I could make from things I had in the kitchen or pantry. Truthfully, I wasn't a very good cook. We should just order pizza. Oh, wait. The world is ending. Man, we need a Doroi too. Oh, that'd be funny. I mean, I could throw together a salad or a sandwich, but that wouldn't seem special enough. A thought sprang into my mind in the pantry was a very old bottle of red wine. I didn't know if it was fancy or even good wine, but it was the only bottle of booze I had in the house. And because of that, I valued it highly. Originally, I had intended it to save it for a special occasion, specifically the day the virus was cured. That bottle had been sitting there on the shelf for many years. The hopeful note I attached to it was to celebrate the cure, faded and dusty. Could I open it now? Should I open it now? No, it was special, really special, and meant for a day that might not come. Wine is meant to be shared, my brain reminded me. The hell did I do it? I'd share the wine with Mallory. I swished my hand through the air and gave my best pompous butler impersonation. You should probably see if she drinks. What if she doesn't drink? Also, wasn't she? Well, you know, I was gonna say maybe she's 20, but I don't think that matters because it's an apocalypse, dude. Does anyone really care about the drinking age if we're all gonna die? I don't think the drinking age is the least of our limit, but you may want to ask her. I mean, the only time I would fall on the floor with your friends would be if your bodies slamming each other. All right, well, I also haven't done that with my friends either. But like I said, I don't want to press friendship boundaries. So if that's what you do with your friends, go for it. A most decadent helping of popped corn with truffle oil and adult beverages. Mallory stared at me, then tossed her head back in laughter.
Dinner is popcorn and nondescript alcohol? That sounds fantastic.
Popcorn? Do we have popcorn? While I had the popcorn going, I asked Mallory to look for truffle oil from the cellar.
I'm back. I think this is the right one.
Why do I have truffle oil? I'm in an apocalypse and I have truffle oil? Where did that come from? She turned the bottle for me to read the label, scribbled in my own sloppy jiffy marker where writing were the words, "the good stuff." I nodded and, okay, so he had this forever, okay. I nodded and motioned my chin to show her where to find the wine glasses and bowls.
So you made this truffle oil yourself?
Oh, he made it himself. Yeah, it's not too hard once you get the hang of it. The first batches I ever made were terrible though. Lots of trial and error before I landed on the right mix of ingredients and timing. Dude, truffle is so good. I love truffle. She brought out a large bowl from the cupboard and placed it beside me for the popcorn.
Wow, that's so cool. I think it's incredible that you've learned to do all these things.
Oh, I'm smart. I'm so smart. That's just how it goes when you live on your own. If you'd like, I can teach you. While reaching up to grab the wine glasses, she cocked her head curiously at me.
You would want to teach me?
Of course, you're good company and it might be fun to show you how these things work. She smiled at me and took the wine glasses over to the living room. Dusting them off with her sweater, as she walked, the popcorn was almost ready. Settling into the couch to watch a movie on my computer felt very different having a beautiful girl beside me. The same one who only a few minutes earlier was on the verge of tears. I was happy that I could cheer her up, if only for a little while. She seemed much happier with the distraction of a popcorn in a movie.
Oh my goodness, this wine is the best tasting thing I've ever had in my life.
I feel like you've never had wine, or you're just being very polite. Her cheeks began to turn rosy after just the first sip. It made me happy seeing her like this, and I was glad I could share this small gift with someone. What sort of movie would you like to watch? Let's watch Can We Come Back stream. Can we come back? Alright, but we're back. Are we back? Are we back? Refresh maybe? A little refresh? Should we do a little refresh? Perhaps? Yeah, do a little refresh. Why? I don't want another ad break. Alright, we're back. I just wanted to look up a stupid movie.
And since when did archaeology involve kidnapping young women?
Oh, thank you for the Leighton. I just wanted to tell you about a stupid movie. And then my internet said no.
How about something with action and romance? Oh,
Well-
and some comedy too.
Welcome back from ads. I guess we're gonna have another, or welcome back from my crash. We're about to have another ad break, so. I love ad breaks. Anyway, what I wanted to say, what I was going to say, was we should watch 2025, The World Enslaved by a Virus. It's a really stupid movie. It's a really bad movie. Don't watch it, but it is hilariously bad. We showed it in an IMAX theater. Very interesting. The joke was we're watching a pandemic movie during a pandemic. Yeah, that was the whole joke, and it caused the stream to crash, so there's that. Anyway, I guess enjoy the stupid ads that are about to play, because every time the stream restarts, it's like, ooh, we have another ad break. Maybe I can turn that off, but we'll see. At least it wasn't Professor Layton, that's true, but I appreciate the Professor Layton. We all have subs. Thanks to you. Thanks to Maria. You're so kind. You're so kind. Time I got reincarnated as a deadly virus and had to affect the guy who killed me. Oh, man. All right, what kind of movie are we actually gonna watch? That's a tall order. Let me see what I can find. It wasn't too long before we both relaxed and let ourselves be absorbed into the movie. It was strange. It was a strange story about a girl from the moon who fell in love with a human. They had to overcome their differences in order to realize that they were destined to be together. Is this foreshadowing? This is foreshadowing, isn't it? This is an IRL story. Mallory's from the moon. Mambo. There was also a moon cat that would bust out wisecracks every 10 minutes if it had Mallory roaring with laughter, as I expected.
This cat, I can't believe some of the things he says.
She's so pretty. Guys, I just love the sad panda art style. It's so good. I love it. Look at how cute Mallory is. Look at how cute Mallory is. Her laughter was infectious, and soon had me joining in, despite her subpar humor of the movie.
I haven't laughed like this in so long. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts from laughing.
This is me watching 2025, the world enslaved by a pan. I gotta stop. Clumsily, I spilled a bit of wine on my pajama pants. The splotch had landed right on my... Well, the thing that rhymes with splotch. Stupid joke. His watch, yeah, it fell on his watch. His pajama watch, you know? The watch we all have for sleeping. The sight of it made us roar with laughter. It may have been the wine causing us to act. Yeah, it's because you're drunk. But it may have just been that we were long overdue to a good honest laugh. That is also probably true. Sometimes you just need a good laugh. And it doesn't take much to just let you just fall apart. I've had those moments where you just haven't laughed in a good time, and you just find something it's not that funny, and you just die. You just die of laughter. Those are the best laughs, dude. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Oh, hello, Ronan. Thank you for the random ebook. How are you doing? Oh, you got the baka, the Koyuki baka. It's a very, very rare Koyuki baka. I forgot I had that one in there. How are you doing, Ronan? Oh. Being like this with her made me feel like my old self, or rather like the right person might have been had. I can't read. Like the person I might have been had my circumstances not forced me to become a young hermit. Oh, I don't want to do more workouts. I gotta set these to once per stream. I gotta set these for once per stream. I want to read the story. I want to read. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Push-ups. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Now we have the sit-ups. I'm gonna tell you, Odie, the dirt on Maria's hoodie is on your hands. So now you have to know what you live with. You have to live with the consequences of your actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! Powered through those. Okay. Oh yeah. Woo! I really gotta set a stream limit to those. I'm gonna die if I keep doing that. Thank you for hydration and a train whistle. I need to catch my breath. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can give you a good train whistle. Hopefully that came through. I should have a toggle on my stream deck that like turns off my filters so you can hear the train whistle better. And I don't have to blast it super loud. Jumping jacks regime? I think I used to have jumping jacks, but I don't think I really need jumping jacks. To be honest, I did the squats, push-ups, sit-ups for me. Got noise gated. No, it's an expander. It's slightly different. Just blast this thing into the microphone, dude. I'm gonna turn off the expander. I could probably do that real quick. I'll put it in a good place in a minute here. I guess I could chuck it in effects. So let's go to OBS. Go to filter. Title will do expander. And then we can go to source. Oh geez, what's the source called? Oh, filtered SM7B. And then the filter is the expander. There we go. Now I can toggle it on and off. Nice. Cool. I don't know if that's actually gonna do anything, but we'll find out. Cool. That didn't take too long. All right. I'm so exhausted. Anyway, I have those to get me in shape. Because back when I added them, I truly was sedentary. I didn't do anything. But so I have the workouts that I think I genuinely need the most. And I honestly don't need too much stamina because I'm doing a lot of running recently. So I'm getting my stamina up. So I don't really need jumping jacks, but like squats are good, sit-ups are good, push-ups are good. Those are really the only things I can really do. So I'm pretty happy with those three. Plus, if I get any more, it just becomes like a weird workout thing, and I don't want it to just be like a workout stream, which is why I'm gonna set some limits. But we'll see. Being with her felt like I already read this. I wondered when we had started sitting so close to each other. It was this morning. I supposed it was so that we could share a bowl of popcorn without having to reach. But in fact, Mallory was so close to me that I could feel her heart radiating off the... I could feel the heat I was like, why is her heart on her thigh? I could feel the heat radiating off her thigh beside my hand. I stretched out my fingers to graze her leg, testing the waters to see how she would react. Oh, well, this guy's really trying. To my surprise, she didn't recoil. So there, my hand sat for the remainder of the movie. Too nervous to move either way. I will say, as someone who used to be a high school boy, I've done that before. Not on the thigh, but I've done that on an arm. I was on a... I guess I don't know. Going to a movie with a girl is not always considered a date, and especially if you're a young, stupid boy, you don't have the guts to ask, was that a date or did we just hang out as friends? And honestly, I don't think she knew either. But we were sitting there and I didn't have the balls to just hold her hand, but I was like, well, her arm's on the armrest. What if I put my hand touching the back of my hand, touching her forearm? And that was all I did. The whole movie. And I was like, don't move your hand. Don't move your hand. I'm touching her forearm with the back of my hand. Don't move. Don't move. For the whole movie, I was locked in. So I've been there before. When you're like, I've made contact, but I don't know if I should go farther, so I'm just gonna stay here. But it becomes more awkward. It becomes worse. It becomes worse because you don't move. Oh man, this is so funny. At one point, I noticed her hand fall to her lap. It was resting in a way that seemed uncomfortable, with her palm facing upwards. It was honestly quite distracting. Before I could figure out if she had left it there for me to hold or not, the movie has ended. I missed my chance. Yep, me after the end of the whatever movie I watched. I missed my chance. I could have done it, but I touched her forearm for 3 hours. 3 hours? Probably not a 3-hour movie. I don't think I enjoyed movies that much.
I really enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching with me.
To be fair, that is a kind of a crazy place to start. Like I said, I would have done like forearm, maybe shoulder. You know, I've done the arm around the shoulder. I don't think I would have gone for a straight thigh. I don't like that. You have to be on a different level of game to be like, I'm gonna graze her thigh for the movie. I don't like that I use that voice for that. I don't like that I use that voice for that line, but I would have gone for like, I mean, you know me, I went for the forearm when I was a kid. Yeah, I know it's so lewd, I know. The forearm touching, no. Yes, I place my hand on their face. That would have been funny. Oh man. Parts of it were entertaining, definitely, like that bizarre turtle in a top hat.
That's right. And how we saved them from that lizard beast was so insane.
Lizard! Married couples can do that, too. That's true. That's true. And even then, it's probably a bit of a stretch. We sat together for another minute, recanting the ridiculousness of the story we had just experienced. All the windows were dark now. Mallory looked exhausted. I felt pretty tired too. I guess I should get off your bed and let you get some sleep.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Oh, triangle mouth. Triangle mouth. I like triangle mouths. They're funny. Look at the triangle mouth. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. See you in the morning. Why do you ask that like a question? Like she's not gonna be here in the morning.
Definitely.
No, I'm gonna disappear in the night. A little reluctantly, I left Mallory on the couch and climbed up the stairs to my bedroom. As I settled into bed, I felt a strange mix of happiness and loneliness. Two feelings I hadn't felt or allowed myself to feel in a long time. The pain of losing my family had become too much to bear. Ah, the dog was too much to bear. That was a really bad joke. Oh, I regret saying that. That was a really dark joke. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Why did I say that? Oh, moving on. You know what? In this game, he's my dog. I'm allowed to make the joke because I went through the trauma, right? I, the main character, am allowed to make that joke. It's fine. It's fine. And so my heart had shut off, and I just existed, going through the motions, waiting endlessly for nothing in particular. Now I was rediscovering myself, relearning what it meant to be human, and it was all because of Mallory. Then, as though she had known I was thinking about her, Mallory called up to me.
Sweet dreams.
Aw, that's kind of sweet. You too. Get a good night's sleep. I yawned and nestled deeper into my pillow. Before I could remember what happened, before I could remember what I had been thinking about, I was fast asleep. Attachment. Ooh. The Jedi do not believe. Exploded corn and squashed grapes. Looks fun. The Jedi do not believe in attachment.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
The voice drew me upwards to consciousness, but I didn't know if it was real or part of a dream. I heard a familiar creaking. Who could be walking up the stairs? I was pretty sure it wasn't me. You think? No, it was definitely laying in bed. My eyelids were heavy, and my brain was only half awake. A weight pressed down on my bed near my feet.
Wakey, wakey.
It sounded like Mallory. I teetered on the edge of consciousness, hoping I'd be left alone and fall back into my slumber. The weight at the end of the bed shifted, shaking me a little. I squeezed my eyes shut.
Okay, you leave me no choice. Incoming pounce attack!
She's gonna attack me. Oh, cat mouth! Cat mouth! So cute. I was jolted awake, fully this time, by the force of Mallory jumping on top of me. A panicked shout escaped me as I yanked the covers up past my neck, leaving only my face exposed. Elbow dropping, yeah. Pile driver. Oh, that's how you wake up in the morning. Mallory beamed, straddling me proudly. Here, her clear aquamarine eyes filled with mischief.
Oops, did I scare you? Well, you left me no choice.
You broke my ribs, Mallory.
Throwing things at you and
You threw stuff at me?
delicious smells in your direction.
You threw
None of
stuff
those
at me?
worked, so this was my last resort for getting you to wake up.
I think I have, like, a serious medical condition. What do you mean you threw stuff at me and I didn't wake up?
And it did the trick. You're awake now.
Well, you'll finally awake. What kind of monster just pounces up like that on a poor defenseless sleeping person?
Monster, you say? Wow, you sure do know how to give a girl a compliment.
Monster? Are you a bear by any chance? I scowled at her playfully. I was pretty sure she was resting her whole weight on me, but she felt like nothing. And though I'd been legitimately startled and more than a little confused, I found now that I didn't dislike the situation. If you're jumping about like this, does that mean your leg is feeling better? Mallory looked down at her bandaged leg, then back at me. She pursed her lips.
It doesn't hurt as much, but it feels kind of weak. Like it might give out if I put too much weight on it.
Like, oh no, my foot's broken for the next year, but I can still do this. I didn't know enough to know if that was normal or what it meant. I nodded vaguely and just stared up at her. And she stared down at me. And then I shook myself. So why did you need me to wake up so urgently? She cocked her head.
I made you breakfast and I didn't want it to get cold. And I was worried. You're usually up way earlier than this. And maybe I was a little lonely and sort of missed you.
Aw, that's kind of sweet. Trying to cross the border, right? But the quarantine. So yes, there's no international yet. I'm wondering at this point, why don't we just like stay together? But also, like, I'm telling you, my DDLC senses every single visual novel. I'm like, when is she going to be a villain? When is she going to be an evil person? Every single time. Doesn't matter how beautiful or innocent they are. I'm like, when is she going to be a yandere? When is she going to try to kill me and my closest family? And I can't tell because I know there's like a secret. I don't know if it's going to be like paranormal or supernatural, but I know there's some kind of deep secret that's coming. I have a feeling that this is going to be sort of based in reality, but I don't know. It could be like she's like a moon goddess or like is like a reincarnation of a dog or something. It could be. I have no idea. Which honestly would be kind of interesting because of all the misdirection of all like the realistic environmentalism that they've been talking about. That'd be a nice like contrast where like this whole thing is about a realistic, you know, pandemic, but then the main plot is going to be like some supernatural thing. That'd be kind of interesting. What does she mean by usually up way earlier? I craned my neck over to the clock on my nightstand. Oh, that's what she meant. Dang, what's up with me? I never sleep this long. I also love how they don't give us a time so none of us feel bad about waking up super late. I don't know, maybe we woke up at 5 and that was his super late.
Sometimes your body just needs a little extra rest. Okay, now...
Mallory twisted and leaned over the bed, and produced, as it were, a plate of breakfast.
Ta-da!
Where did that come from? Where'd you have that? Did you have that behind you? Where were you storing that? Was that like off to the side? I'm confused. Waffles. Those waffles look good though. Oh man, those waffles look good. She held up the plate out, showing me a stack of fluffy golden waffles. They smelled amazing. Fruity and sweet. Lecked with red and drizzled with maple syrup. My mouth is watering. I never knew that was an actual thing that happened to my mouths.
Strawberry waffles from scratch will do that to you. You'll have to tell me once you taste them, but I think I may have outdone myself this time. The only thing I did make from scratch is the syrup.
That's okay. I made syrup from scratch. You made syrup from scratch? Where did you have time? He's not making maple syrup, right? He's making like the other syrup?
Wait, you did?
I nodded. There are tons of maple trees. He did? He has a maple tree farm? I gotta say, like, as someone, okay, I know, like, do you realize how many maple trees you need? It's like, in order to make 1 gallon of maple syrup, you need 200 gallons of maple sap. You can't just, oh, I have a few maple trees. Well, he says tons. But how? How do you have the time? I harvest their sap at the end of winter. And you need like a huge boiling pot. And it takes like months to boil it down. I know there are some other processes that you can do to get rid of a lot of the water, but like, what do you mean? He's part of the maple syrup. No. The maple syrup mafia. It's pretty simple. I drill small holes into the trees and insert what's called a spile, which is a spout. The sap drains out through there into a bucket. When I have enough to fill a pot, I essentially boil it down until it's mostly evaporated. Then it's syrup. Yeah, but do you know how much that is? Do you know how much sap you need? And the best part is it keeps forever, so I can just store it in glass jars. I guess that's fair if he's been like doing this for years, but you only harvest once a year. I'd be interested to see how much he made or how many trees he really has. Mallory had never looked happier or more amazed or more beautiful.
That sounds like some kind of fairy magic.
I laughed. The real magic is your cooking. This looks incredible. Although, do you mind taking it downstairs so we can eat there? I'd like to get dressed. And, well, Mallory looked down at herself and the way she was straddling me. and her face turned bright red quite rapidly. She scrambled to get off of me, nearly dropping the plate of waffles in a flustered state.
I'll do that now. Sorry. See you downstairs.
Without making eye contact, she raced down the stairs, and there came a sound of cutlery being fumbled with the kitchen below. I dragged my hand down my face, equal parts amused, exasperated, and happy. After breakfast, Mallory was quick to scoop up the plate and yeah, all while Mallory is cutting the circulation off. Although they keep saying how light she is, so I actually don't know if she's really that heavy. I don't think it would do much, but it doesn't take much to cut off circulation. He's definitely got some pins and needles. He's a sappy guy. Oh my god, come on, Ronan. That was a good one. I'll give you a badumta. I'll give you a little drum for that, Ronan. That was a good one. After breakfast, Mallory was quick to scoop up the plate and cutlery. I offered to help, but she said she would do them herself. By now, I had learned that there was no arguing with her. Not because she was particularly stubborn, but because I caved at the slightest pushback. She made me weak, but like in a nice way. So while she cleaned up, I walked to the window overlooking the garden. The skies dark and dreary, far more ominous this morning than before. The ground glistened, and I could see little puddles on the path leading up to the door. They rippled against as the gust of wind rushed past. It's another day indoors. Look at how glum the weather is. I glanced back at Mallory in the kitchen. She took a look through the window, making a little pouty face. Also, clouds like this mean we're not getting any solar, so we're relying on what's stored in the battery bank for now. We should limit how much electricity we use today.
Okay, I'll be extra careful.
She says after using the waffle iron. You know, doesn't use that much electricity. I turned back to the window and pressed my hand against it. The glass was cold, much colder than usual. It was going to rain all day and be chilly. I should bring some extra wood for the fire. 30 pieces should do it. And I stole another glance back at Mallory. Mallory in the threadbare sweater dress, so thin, so short. Better make it 50 pieces, I told my brain. My brain agreed. Outside, the rain was really coming down. I kept a close eye on the edge of the cabin, sneaking along under the wet cover was on my way to the woodshed. The ground was too muddy, to use a wheelbarrow, so I figured I'd have to make more than one trip. I gathered up a big armload of firewood and brought it back to the cabin. I repeated this process, getting wetter and colder as I went. My last trip to the woodshed. This rain is so loud! Oh my god, the rain sound effect! Hold on. My internet is dropping again. I think I need to reboot my modem. Let's get you down to 5. Let's get you down to 5. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to reboot my modem after stream. I don't think we're dropping frames, but all right. I would have had made do with a few logs already inside, wrapped myself in blankets, and if it came to it, suffered the cold. Mallory deserved better than that. Oh my god, dude, the rain is so loud. After bringing all the wood inside, I laid it out on the towel beside the fireplace. I always inspected the logs for bugs. I didn't want anything creepy hitching a ride inside my home. Once the task was done, I arranged a couple logs along with some kindling and got the fire going in the fireplace. Sat there for a few minutes, stoking the flames while the wood hissed and popped. Soon the whole living room was toasty. Mallory appeared at my side and sat down. She leaned against the fire. No. She leaned towards the fire, its orange glow warming her face. Caught myself staring at her and slapped my hands against my thighs. Well, better make use of this time and get some work done on my computer.
Doesn't that use up the electricity?
Yeah, but it's my job. I need to get money. Actually, what is he using money for? If the world is shut down, what is he using his money on? Computer only draws around 250 watts. A couple hours of work won't make much difference, dude. Me with my 850 watt power supply. Yeah, it's fine. I would totally die. What is bro running? Is he running a laptop? What are you doing? This game takes place in 2020. I think it actually takes place 2025. Although, you know, if the world did end and like everything, I mean, GPU, like microchips kind of shut down. So maybe this is kind of realistic. During a pandemic, you can't get some crazy high powerful parts, you know? You know, he used to tell me anytime a fire makes a popping sound, it's a bug exploding. That's a crazy thing to say. That's hilarious. All right. What's up there? All right, we have some pretty bad internet, but I think we're gonna struggle through the last few minutes here. We're not dropping frames, but we're having bad bitrate. Mallory stayed by the fire while I went to my desk and booted up my computer. The sound of drizzling rain outside and the crackling fire in the fireplace soothed me as I settled into my chair. I could live like this forever, I thought. The peaceful atmosphere was interrupted by an annoying cascade of chimes from my email. Took a peek at my inbox and saw more spam, of course. Maybe it'll be entertaining. I feel like I should save some power, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to delete it. Get out of here, spam. Nobody likes you. Without thinking about it more than that, I deleted both of the emails. Then I spent a few minutes checking some websites that were part of my daily routine, sites for tech reviews, world news, and weather. A random ad for Amazon's amazing delivering services reminded me about the first aid kit I needed to replace. I decided I might as well grab some painkillers too, since there had only been a handful left in the box. Wait, there is delivery services. Amazon is still alive and well during this pandemic. She seemed much better now, but still, it was good to have things like that on hand. You never know when a headache might strike or joint might get sprained. I ordered a new first aid kit and the aspirin. Then something else caught my eye. It's a type of ad I'd never usually get, and certainly never pay mind to, but for some reason I did this time. It was just a basic advertisement peddling some chintzy jewelry, but something compelled me to take a closer look. After clicking through, I was presented with an image of a stunning silver ring with the shape of a bow. Color and the sparkle immediately reminded me of Mallory. I wanted to buy it. For her. Was it a ring? I wasn't really paying attention. A ring. Okay, he's gonna marry her. Sick. The next thing I knew, the order had been placed, and a message appeared letting me know that all 3 of my purchased items would be arriving via drone drop in the next few days. The whole order plus delivery fees was ridiculously expensive, but what else was I gonna spend my money on? All right, so there we go. There we go. There's our answer. He just has so much money but he can't spend it on anything. So he's like, might as well just buy a silver ring. I leaned back in my chair, a little bit in disbelief of myself. I looked over at Mallory sitting in the living room. She had an old basket of clothing set beside her, with a little pile of things neatly folded beside it. Her head was bent low over some garment in her lap. Her fingers working away. I realized that she was using a needle and thread, sewing up holes, fastening buttons back on where they belonged. Forgot about all the work I wanted to get done. I got up out of my seat and wandered over to look more closely at what she was doing. Are you mending my clothes? She brightened.
Yes, those ones are already done, and these ones here are still in progress.
I didn't even know you'd been working on this.
Well, normally I work on it before I go to sleep or when I first wake up. I find it sort of meditative.
You know, you don't have to do all these things for me.
I like keeping busy, and I like being helpful.
Aw.
Really, you've been so generous and kind taking me in like this. I just want to do everything I can to help you.
She kept working while she talked, so sweet and matter of fact. I smiled, and suddenly I really didn't want this to bother her work. And just wanted to hang out with her. You know, I don't think I'm in the right headspace for work today. Luckily, I don't have any looming deadlines, so maybe I'll take today off. We could just sit and enjoy the fire together. Maybe we could play a board game. Oh, what games we got in the corner? It's noticed. What do we got? Connect 4. Escape the Party. That's definitely a Catan for sure. These are all like knockoff stuff. It's funny because these all look like AI generated like words, but like this is clearly not. This is before that, and like the sad panda wouldn't use AI. But it's funny because like these are supposed to be like not official licensed games, but they look like AI generated stuff. That's funny. Mallory looked up at me in surprise.
Ooh, I love games. What did you have in mind?
Let's see what we say. I searched my memory. What 2-player game did I have kicking around? Most of the board games left in the cabin were more a decade old than they were the ones I used to play with the family when we vacationed here, and many of them were probably missing cards or pieces. How did you order the needle and thread? No, where did that come from? How about chess? Do you know how to play? Really, chess? Nothing gets the ladies more excited than chess. Good old game of chess. I don't know, maybe it works for someone. Not for me though. I don't mind chess. Surely the chess set in the games shelf would be intact, and those old pieces would be thrilled to get some use after all these years.
Chess? Yes. I used to play with my sister sometimes. I'm probably not very good at it.
No one's good at chess. Ah, that's okay, neither am I. I'll grab the game. Meet me at the table, okay? I went to retrieve the chess set. Just when I remembered, I unearthed the box. Just where I remembered. I unearthed the box and was dusting it off with my sleeve when I heard Mallory make a little noise.
Uh-oh.
I turned to check on her. She was still sitting on the floor beside the fireplace, mended clothing strewn about. What's wrong? 7 Wonders is a good start on low brain cell skills. She raised her hand to her lips and began biting her nail. Oh, did she poke herself?
I can't get up. My leg's fallen asleep.
Oh, okay. That's probably why we don't sit like this. That's why we sit crisscross applesauce. I wish I was that flexible or that comfortable to sit like that. Her words brought back a familiar phrase. She said that the night we met. I chuckled and reached my hand out to her. Well, at least it's only asleep and not caught in a trap this time. She smiled and accepted my hand to lift her up. Funny how I didn't even think twice about it anymore. Yeah, because you've already been cross-contaminated. It's fine. At this point, don't even worry about that. It's fine. White or black. Like, you could be sick, but it doesn't matter. You can't stop it. We set the board out on the table and started setting the pieces up.
Wait, please.
I sat down on the black side of the board and finished arranging the pieces. When I looked up, Mallory was examining the box with pursed lips. Are you missing a piece?
Looks that way. I don't mind subbing in a salt shaker or something else to play with.
Maybe something smaller. A salt shaker would be huge, unless this is a massive chess set. No way. We should play with the real pieces. Dude, just what kind of chess snob are you? I only play with the real pieces. She gave me a look. It was sort of dismissive, sort of disheartened. But, I mean, what I'd said, and I knew how to cheer her up. Seriously, I can make you a proper chess piece. I can make it look however you like. Mallory stared at me, one eyebrow a little higher than the other.
How?
I held out one finger. Oh, the 3D printer. The 3D printer that every YouTuber has. He's not a YouTuber, but you know what I mean. Japanese Sid is like that. Sometimes. Wait, what? Oh, so they can't lunge at their lord with a die. Is that really the reason why they sit like that? That's kind of a crazy, like, backstory. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because, yeah, I do realize that Japanese people sit like that a lot. But I never knew why. That's interesting. I thought that was just like a culture thing, you know? Remember the gods with the cute potato pattern on it? I printed that out of my 3D printer, see? Took out the equipment and hooked it up to my computer, giving her a quick overview as I did. This is just a small one, but it's very useful and quite simple. Just plug in the USB cable to my computer and then use a program to tell the printer what to make.
Whoa, that's so cool. I'm missing the queen. Can it make that piece?
I let out a theatrical laugh. Ha 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 ha! Throwing my head back as I did so. Ah ha ha! This baby can make anything your heart desires. Ask and you shall receive. She cradled her chin while she thought.
I desire a cat.
A cat, queen. All right, that works.
Can I watch?
The enthusiasm she showed left no room for arguments. I loaded up my software, searched for cat, picked out a key. Oh, you didn't even model it. You just downloaded a free model. I thought this guy was gonna make it himself. He just Googled cat figure in Sketchfab. Downloaded a model, you cheater. Ah, you're such a, come on, man. I set it up to print and Mallory, granted, there's nothing wrong with that, but he made it seem like he was going to make it. He just downloaded it, which is fine. I set up to print and let Mallory press OK, or the very last OK button to get the process started. I wanted the Ojo-san laughs. Oh man, that would have been funny. I don't even think I can't even do that. I have to learn how to actually. I gotta look up how guys do it. I've heard of like the, oh, you know, the female version. I've never heard the male version of that. Maybe I have, but I just can't think of it. Several indicator lights on the 3D printer flashed as it got to work. It started to hum and whir.
It's like something out of science fiction.
How big is that piece, dude? That's a huge chess piece. Mallory tilted her head to get a better look at the printer. She stood up to lean over and watch the cap being formed from above. Man makes Crane have to, yeah, handcrafted maple syrup, we can forgive him. I guess that's true. That's true. With everything else he does, I can forgive him, I guess. The angle exposed her. Alright, we were doing so good. We were doing so good. The angle exposed their cleavage and bra. I tried not to look, unsure if she was aware of what her positioning was putting on display. I'd rather assume it was a mistake and not take advantage of it, no matter how attractive the sight was. We were both quiet and waited. Level after level, the Cat Queen was built upon itself. It took about 4 minutes, and about 4 minutes later, 4 minutes? That's a fast printer. Look at the size of that thing. That's a fast printer, dude. We had a replacement chess piece. The removed piece from the printer, I removed the piece from the printer and handed it to Mallory and watched her expression turn from amazement to joy.
It's perfect.
And it wasn't the only thing. We sat down to play and the conversation came so easily. We shared what we knew about chess, and how we each learn how to play, and how the game itself dated back to the 15th century, and how these days most people play it online. Yeah, 4 minutes is a crazy. We talked about Deep Blue, the first computer to beat a world chess champion. Nerd. But also it's kind of cool. And then the conversation turned to other random things that made us laugh. Little anecdotes from childhood, questions about the universe. Turned into one of those days where time just passes you by. Impossible to notice. Until Mallory sat up straight while I was contemplating my options, pointing urgently.
Hey, look! There! The clouds are breaking.
Nuh-uh, I'm not falling for that. You just want me to turn my back so you can move the pieces around, you trickster, you. I tisked her back, shaking my head, and she laughed.
No, seriously. Look, the sun is shining over there. Can we go outside to look at it?
I twisted my seat. Through the window, I could see a gray sky, and there, over the mountain, a glowing crack shedding golden sunbeams down onto the land. Wow. Okay, yeah, good idea. And I know the perfect viewing spot. Mallory gleefully hopped off the chair and took my hand in hers. Ooh, she's just holding our hand. She's holding our hand! Oh, man. Outside, the air was damp. We walked together around the side of the house, to the ladder I'd used the other day. I climbed up first, then turned to Mallory to help. Then turned to help Mallory up the last ladder rung over the edge of the roof. Her hands felt so little and fragile in mine. Watch your step. It's still wet, so it might be slippery. Luckily, the ridges help give traction. Cut it off. Wait, what? I'm confused. Cut what off? We stood side by side, and out of an abundance of caution, only by the... oh my god, I can't read! I just gotta get to the end of this game. I had like 20 more minutes that I can do this. We stood side by side, and out of an abundance of caution, and only an abundance of caution, I held her. The sun was on its way down, and I could tell the sunset was going to be incredible. What do you think? Pretty good spot to watch the sunset? Mallory took a few steps forward, leaving my hands empty. I shoved them into my pockets. Probably not safe. Don't stand on there. Oh, the hand holding. Okay, okay. I was like, what are you talking about? That's funny, yeah. For a moment, everything was quiet. I scanned the world around me and saw the gray clouds streaking downward in the distance. Trees in the heavy shadow with their tips lit up in sinking sun. Sorry about that. The ruins of the city nestled thriving landscape in her. She let out a long, careful sigh, turning slightly to look back in my direction. Hello, Jedi! How are you doing? I'm doing good. We're close to the end of stream here. We're just kind of hanging out with Mallory and watching the sunset. How are you doing?
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
She's so pretty. Oh. A cool wind blew past her, catching her shining platinum hair and sending off a few strands dancing around her head. There was something mournful in her tone, and it made my heart ache.
Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for showing me all of this.
I stared at her, wondering why she sounded so sad, yet also understanding that her sadness was the same as mine. God, she was beautiful. I stared and didn't know how I'd lived so long without her. Something changed up there on the roof. I came back to myself when a strong, cold gust rushed past me, and I realized the sun had dipped beneath the horizon. I'd spent the whole time watching Mallory instead of watching the sunset.
It's already over? It happened so quick.
Yeah, it did. Mallory had had her arms wrapped around herself. I saw goosebumps on her legs, a little shivering in her shoulders. I don't know about you, but I'm freezing. Should we go back in?
I never paid attention before. I never cared.
She was so sad. I wanted to make it stop for her, but I didn't know how. Maybe the most beautiful things are beautiful because they're fleeting. You have to appreciate them while they're there. But hey, there'll be another sunset for tomorrow. It's getting dark now. I felt a few raindrops and the air felt heavy and sharp. It's starting to rain again. Come on, let's go in. Mallory turned slowly, nodding, not looking me in the eye. Slid by the ladder. After you. Her head was bowed and she moved so tentatively. You should have gone down first, dude. To help her down? And I couldn't tell whether it was because she was sad or because she was nervous. Let's help her. Let me help you down. I offered my hand. She grasped it firmly and shuffled towards the edge of the roof, turning around. She lowered herself onto the ladder slowly, making her way down one careful step at a time. I waited for her to reach the ground before I climbed down after her.
Thank you. You're like my own personal guardian. I feel like you'd never let anything bad happen to me.
Yay!
Not if you could help it anyway.
No, don't say that, Death Flag. Don't Death Flag. God, I hope she doesn't die. Does this game have deaths? Can she die? Oh man. The realization. Of course, I care about your well-being. She smiled at me, and we carefully made our way back inside the house. Fire had burned low, but inside of the cabin was warm and inviting. I felt a strange sense of calm.
It's so nice in here. I didn't realize how cold I was.
I nodded, resting the urge to remind her about the jacket I'd offered every time we went through the door. I could tell she wasn't in the mood for me to poke fun at her. It was getting late, and my stomach ached for something to eat. And I was sure she needed something too. How about I heat up something from the freezer? And while we're waiting, we can have tea. It's my turn to make it this time.
That sounds nice.
She settled herself by the fire, gazing into the glowing embers. She seemed a million miles away. I made my way over to the kitchen and filled up the kettle. Took out a container of stew and began the process of thawing it on the stove. I searched through my pantry for a particular jar of loose leaf tea, something I wanted her to try, and waited for the water to boil. When the tea was made, I poured Mallory's into a tacky cat mug my mother had bought me at a yard sale once upon a time. I was glad to see Mallory's eyes light up when I handed her the mug.
Oh my, this is the cutest.
I thought you might like it. I sat by her on the couch. The rain was coming down again, drumming hard on the window. We just sat, listening, sipping our tea.
This tea is super yummy. Where did you get it from?
Phew, I was hoping you'd say that. I actually made it myself. My god, this guy makes everything himself, but he can't 3D print. I'm just kidding. I can't 3D model either. I don't know why I'm so hard on the guy. It's really hard to 3D model. If you didn't like it, I probably would have told you it was free sample and that came in the mail or something.
You really made it? Like you grew it in your fish garden?
Yep, harvested the tea leaves myself, dried them, tested the different blends.
That's amazing. Who taught you all that?
I cleared my throat, a little nervous. My mom did. She was a doctor, but She always had an affinity for herbal home remedies too. You know, ginger for an upset stomach, honey for a sore throat, antibiotics for infection. Antibiotics is not an herbal thing. Wait, what? What do you mean antibiotics? Did I read that wrong? Antibiotics for an that has nothing to do with herbal. Antibiotics? I don't think that's an herbal thing. When I was a kid, I didn't know there was any difference. All I knew is whenever I was sick or hurt, my mom would whip out some drink or solvate that made it better. It was like witchcraft. She was really the one who taught me all about plants and how to take care of them, and how they can be used. Remembering my mother like this made my throat feel tight, brought a tear to my eye, and a smile to my lips. It was the strangest feeling, totally bittersweet. Mallory's voice softened.
Your mother sounds incredible. If she was a doctor, then she probably saved many lives.
Yeah, she and my father both helped save many people. Gathering the courage to continue talking about them, I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. They both died helping people until the bitter end. I tried to save as many lives as possible. Mallory put her hand on top of mine. It was unusually warm, probably as a result of holding onto the tea mug.
They left behind a wonderful person, and you should be proud of that fact. I'm sorry that you lost them.
Hearing her kind words nearly sent me into another wave of emotions, but I managed to hold them back. Thanks. So, is it your turn again? I've told you about my parents and my dog, but you haven't told me anything about your family. Tried to make my voice sound light and teasing, but I was really serious. I wanted to know. Her hand twitched, and for a second I was afraid she would take it away, but she didn't. She just stared at me. The silence went on so long, I had to fill it. Honestly, Mallory, why are you so secretive? Why can't you tell me what you're doing out here in the rain that night? I want to know what brought you to me. That did it. She pulled away and sank a little deeper into the couch, looking sorrowful, and it hurt.
I'm scared to talk about it. Just thinking about it hurts so much. And I'm afraid that if I say it out loud, I won't be able to take the pain.
I mean, I talked about my dead dog and my dead parents. Doesn't get more painful than that. Just saying. Mallory, I need to know. All right, we have our last ad break of the night because the stream is stupid. I hope you enjoy the ads, and I'll see you in a bit and fill you in. Why is it? It was brilliant.com, and I get 10% off all subjects. Oh my gosh. Use E2 Eureka on checkout. Yes, exactly. That's how we learn. I frowned. I understand, but if you share it with someone who cares about you, they'll carry some of that pain too. You won't have to shoulder it alone. That someone's me, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. She smiled softly.
I do want you to know me. To know about them. My family.
Dude, what if her family created the virus? What if it was biological warfare and she's a Russian spy? That would be... I gotta stop theorizing and just play the game.
Life was hard, but I loved them so much. It was just me, my mom, and my little sister. That was my bubble.
Bubble. They keep saying bubble. I think bubble is something they created, like a term they created for the pandemic or something.
We lived in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
We learned to do a lot with the little. Cooking nice meals out of subpar food, dressing up in old worn-out clothes, reenacting our favorite books when we couldn't read because the power was out again and there was no light. Our mom was a factory worker, so she had to go out every day to earn money for us so that we could at least survive. When she started showing symptoms, they sent her home.
Oh, so I was gonna say, was this before or after? But this was before the pandemic.
She tried to protect us. She stayed in her room, but we still went in. Always trying to get her to eat or drink, giving her aspirin to keep down that awful fever.
Okay. Could be a sleeper agent under hypnosis. Yes, to act with a code name. That would be funny.
She kept telling us to stop coming in. We called for an ambulance already, but we were still on the waiting list.
Waiting list.
And
Dang.
what were we supposed to do? Leave her to die alone in her room? Well, she did die. My sister was with her when it happened. But I was out in the kitchen making us all something to eat. I can't even remember what it was.
A tear ran down Mallory's cheek.
By the time it was our turn for the ambulance to come, it was only to take away a body.
Damn, that is rough.
My sister and I, we didn't know what to do. How were we going to be able to buy food or pay for electricity? We were at the mercy of companies already struggling to produce anything. Factories in the middle of shutdowns due to waves of sickness. And it just seemed hopeless. But, you know, we had learned about people living outside the cities. Smaller communities living off the land instead of trying to survive the old way. We thought, if that was real, maybe we should just leave the city behind. Somehow figure out a way to be like those people. Like you.
I realize I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of locked into this story right now. I'm kind of encapsulated. I am listening right now. I apologize for having zero commentary on any of this right now. I am just listening to the story. Welcome back from the ads. I hope they were fun and entertaining. Mallory was just telling us about her life. She finally opened up. Wasn't great. They lived together with her mom and her sister. I'll be quick. She lived with her mom and her sister. Her mom was like a factory worker, and then they were like struggling to pay, and she showed symptoms, her mom, so they sent her home. And there's it was so bad that there was like a waiting list for an ambulance, and by the time she got to the waiting list, she was already gone. So yeah, and now she's just talking about how they heard, now it's just her and her sister, and now they're thinking about leaving to go out into the wilderness. I nodded. For a long time, I'd wondered why anyone had ever chosen to stay in the cities. Eventually, I realized not everyone was lucky enough to have inherited an off-grid cabin like I did. Couldn't imagine the impossibility of getting started from scratch. That is true. This guy had a huge step forward. This guy really got lucky. So I'm always reminded how devastating the virus actually was. Yeah, I was occupied with stuff during that time. Yeah, it was an insane time. To be fair, this game came out 2020, like right as it was happening. Granted, pandemic stories and pandemics have happened, so I'm sure they had a lot to base off of. But they really truly encapsulated the modern approach of a pandemic movie. Like a very realistic. Everything they've had has been like, it felt really real. Which is sad, obviously, but I don't know, it just hits differently. Mallory gripped the edges of her sweater dress so tightly she trembled.
About a week after our mom died, my sister gave me some laundry she just finished washing. She asked me to hang it out on the balcony to dry. And while I did that...
Oh, she didn't...
She locked me outside.
Oh.
I thought it was a prank at first. But she wouldn't let me in, and I got upset. I was banging on the door, yelling at her through the glass to open up. She told me she couldn't because she was sick.
Oh.
She'd started developing symptoms the night before, and she struggled with it all night and all morning. And finally, I begged her to open the door. She refused. She said there was no safe way for us to stay together. Our mother's attempts to protect us hadn't worked. So my sister decided to take drastic action while she could.
I mean, wouldn't you want to lock yourself out? Actually, I guess it wouldn't really matter either way. My heart sank like a stone with every word she spoke. She locked you out to save you? Mallory nodded slowly.
We both cried, looking at each other from opposite sides of the glass. Well, she begged me to go, so I did.
And I'm guessing the sweater is her sweater.
I climbed down the fire escape and just started walking. I wandered along the river and out through the suburbs into the woods. I didn't have anywhere to go, so I just going. Eventually, I was heading up the mountain, totally lost, and that's when I found this place.
I mean, this is kind of our answer, unless they do a bigger twist at the end that this is just a real secret. It wasn't like a crazy supernatural thing. I shook my head, completely at a loss for words. Never could have imagined that this was her tale. Even when she first came to me, bleeding and rain-drenched, she'd been bright and kind and helpful. I remembered the quiet little sobs I heard after turning my back, and the way she's sometimes so far away. I wanted to wrap her up in my arms and hold her so tight that no more grief could touch her. She turned and smiled at me through the tears, and I realized how good she was at putting on a brave, optimistic face.
I still think that maybe, somehow my sister's okay. Maybe she called for help and they came in time, and found room for her in a hospital ward, and she's fighting right now to pull through.
Maybe. Yeah. No, what do I expect today? Yeah. I probably should have expected this from Cabin Fever. It's a pretty emotional story.
I wonder.
And Sad Panda's pretty good at emotional.
I found you.
I still can't get over the Cassie thing. That was tough.
And we're all going to be just fine.
Yeah, we're all fine. Stunned by her words, I slid off the couch and knelt before her. My body acted on its own. Relieved she was safe here with me, I took her hands in mine to reassure her. I think you're right. I think it was fate. Because as much as you needed someone like me, I needed someone like you even more. I felt like I was drowning in her eyes. The rain beating down outside, roaring louder as gusts of wind sent torrents crashing through against the cabin. I felt this closeness with her, and I hungered for more talking, more banter, more laughter, more time, more touching, more everything. Through the noise of the rain, I heard a pot of stew I'd left on the stove and starting to bubble. I should check that. Mallory wiped her tears, and I got up and returned to the kitchen. Stew had thawed and heated quite nicely, especially considering I'd left it unattended for so long. When dehydrated, I'm not gonna be complaining, yeah. There you go. I'm just helping you guys have good eye health today. We're watering our eyes. Imagine how awkward it would have been to serve her burnt food after that whole talk, snorted my brain. I brought Mallory a bowl. She thanked me. We sat and ate and talked a little. The conversation growing lighter as the cabin darkened. Thank you for the hydration. Ooh, and the stretch. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Thank you. Storm kept on outside, and soon rolling claps of thunder were shaking the sky. Mallory's face grew paler, and as the noise grew, she set her empty bowl aside and shifted uncomfortably, eyes glistening. Yeah, what happened? Sad backstory. Very, very sad backstory. Dude, I don't want to do that. Octo, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Can I refund it? What if I just refund it? What if I just say screw it and refund it? Oh wait, I can't. Hold on. What if I just... I'm not doing it, Octo. What if I just say screw it? Stream manager. How do I refund it? How do you refund? I always forget. You know what? Send it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Whatever. I can't figure it out. Whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Cool. We did it. Good. No worries, Ronan. I got it. I'm a man. I'm a big beefy man. I did it. I did it. All right. I'm not doing any more though. That one is it for sure. Consequence of my own actions. It's consequence of my actions. I put it on there with no limit. That's my fault. All right, we did it. All right, let's finish up this story here, and then I'm gonna go to bed for real.
It's gotten pretty late. I guess we should go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, Gare, if you redeem it, I'm done. I'm not even gonna refund you. If anyone redeems it, I'm not even refunding. I'm not doing it. That's where I'm at. If anyone does it, I'm not doing it, and I'm not refunding it. It will be a scam. You will get scammed if you do it.
Oh, totally. I just feel a little on edge during storms, that's all. No big deal.
Or are we gonna
really,
hold
really
her all
fine.
night? Okay, well, there's a crank flashlight in the desk by the floor if you feel like you need some backup light. And you know I'm just upstairs. All right, Neon, you're not. I'm not. I told you. You heard me say it. I'm not doing it. You're getting scammed. You really didn't get scammed. You scammed yourself. I told you I'm not doing it. Good night, Mallory. Climbed upstairs, got undressed and crawled into bed. Stared at the ceiling as the rain poured into the window beside me, wind howling down over the mountain ridge. Thought about everything Mallory had told me and everything that had been between us over the past few days. Turned off the light. Slowly, I drifted towards sleep, less and less aware of the flashes of lightning and booming thunder. You can double it, give it to the next streamer. Oh man, that'd be so funny. That'd be so mean. I started to dream without fully realizing it, imagining that old house cat Fidget. My old house cat Fidget had crawled onto bed with me, imagining that my bed was floating on ocean waves. The crack of thunder louder than the rest, and a squeal coming from somewhere very close woke me. Oh, is she next to me? Oh. What are you... Mallory? Mallory peered out from beneath my own blankets. For a moment, I thought it was a dream, but no. I could feel her beside me, trembling.
I'm sorry. I lied and I'm not fine. I don't like thunder. I just get so scared. I can't help it.
In all honesty, instead of like, oh, she's cute, she's afraid of thunder, which is like a fair trope, I think she genuinely has justifiable trauma being, because when we found her, it was a thunderstorm, not only being in a bear trap, but like, dude, walking through a thunderstorm is terrifying. I like listening to thunderstorms. I've listened to them behind closed windows, like houses. I've listened to them through a tent, like a canvas tent. And honestly, that wasn't too bad for me. But I've walked through thunderstorms. I think I might have talked about my hypothermia thunderstorm before. I don't have time to talk about it right now, but that is traumatic. Just standing in thunder is horrifying. So I genuinely think that was a really cool thing. I think this is really, that's such a cool touch. It's not just like a cute trope, girls scared of thunderstorm. This like has genuine reason as to why she's afraid of thunder, because she was literally just traumatized over it a few days ago. The tremors in her voice were even worse than in her body. I'd suspect the storm had made her a little uneasy, but I had no idea she'd been fighting down this much terror. I sat up, reaching for her. My only instinct was to comfort and protect. That's when I remembered I was in my underwear. Maybe she wouldn't notice. Way to ruin the moment, dude. It's fine to sleep in your underwear, but you don't have to mention that. You don't have to mention that, dude. You know, way to ruin the moment. Come on. It's okay. It's only noise. It'll be over soon. She nuzzled into me, sniffling. Her face was red. Moisture glistened on her face. Her chest, she was sweating and crying, and her heart pounded so hard I could feel it through the mattress.
I don't want to sleep alone tonight.
That's fine. Ryan's getting way ahead of itself, yeah. That's funny because like this writing is usually so incredible. I've talked about it before. This writing is like a NSFW book, but like safe for work. It's like the same writing style, but not NSFW. It's really well. I really like the writing of Sad Panda. It's really funny and like it's unique, I guess. But yeah, sometimes they just can't help themselves. They're like, let's just do this real quick. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You got to do what you got to do. But like, you're ruining the moment. Okay, it's okay. I stopped short in disbelief of how much my mindset had changed. How I had gone from refusing anywhere near her. She was in my bed and we were breathing each other's air. And I hadn't even checked her temperature.
I want to stay with you.
She whispered this, touching my hand. her eyes pleading with me. She was so beautiful. All I wanted to do in that moment was kiss her. Hold back, it's too soon? Oh, man. And that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. That's where we're gonna call it. What will E2 do next week? Will he kiss her or will he hold back his feelings? Tune in next Monday to find out if I'm gonna kiss a girl. That's evil? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You want to come back though, right? You want to come back? It's called The Art of the Deal. There's really no deal. Well, no, The Art of the Deal. Yeah, because you come back, you get to see how the story ended, and I get a viewer to come back. So how's that sound? How's that sound for marketing? You guys like that, or you guys hate me? For real, I am gonna go to bed though. I am so eepy. I am the eepiest of eeps. So I'll be going to bed. That is why my internet is bad. Yeah, I deserve that. So yeah, now you get to stew on that. Think, what am I gonna pick? Or maybe what do you want me to pick? What do you want to pick? Let me know. Good night. I will be back on Wednesday. I'll just watch the VOD. The VOD doesn't exist though. The VOD needs to be... Wait, the VOD doesn't exist of the choice though. Oh man. All right. I will be back on Wednesday with my first ever IRL live stream. It's going to be awesome. You won't want to miss it. My first ever IRL stream. Totally. Definitely for real, that's what it's going to be. And you'll just have to tune in to see. I'm telling you, dude, I'm a marketing genius. I'm a marketing genius today. Saturday, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream this Saturday. I probably won't, but either Friday or maybe Sunday or heck, maybe Saturday night. I don't know. There will be a stream this weekend. I'm going to be building the Lego Onyx Cinder. Or no. I'm going to be building the Lego Christmas tree. I have so many Lego sets to build, dude. I don't know which ones. We were going to be building the Lego Christmas train. I kind of want to wait for a Saturday though, because that's fun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, this weekend we'll probably be building a Lego set, whether it's the Christmas train or the Onyx Cinder. I don't know, but it's going to be fun. So I hope everyone has a good night. Ooh, you got the blue archive. That's a rare one. I mean, they're all the same exact rareness. Maybe I should add rarities. Ooh, that'd be fun. I wonder if I could add probabilities. I probably could. I'll have to make a Koyuki gotcha. All right, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you are enjoying Cabin Fever as much as I am. Sad Panda, you never fail to impress. I'm honestly too tired to raid Neon. I don't want to raid and run. I'm literally gonna go to bed. I'm gonna reboot my modem and I'm going to bed immediately. I don't have the energy, but if you'd like to raid, you can go watch somebody else. I don't know. I didn't mean that as like a mean thing. Add a rare Mambo. Yeah, we should add a rare Mambo. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. All right, good night, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday for my first ever IRL stream. Mambo!